You got $50,000 worth of debt? Okay. Well, I'm gonna come back to that in a minute. Anybody else? What would you do with the money?
To expand our businesses.
Okay. Anybody else? Say that again?
Put in 25 for the 9 for the real estate.
Okay. She want to put back into the real estate investing. So that means everybody else don't have a plan. Did y'all see the point? They don't have a plan. And the point that I want y'all also to get from this, those that did answer, they had a plan to make money. See, y'all think it's about getting money, paying off debt, and just saying, okay, I'm good. No. How can you use your money to make money? Because now you know your plan can be accomplished in a certain number of days. You're not going to veer from that if you're serious. Because if you're not, then guess what? It's not going to happen. Because one of the things that I'm going to talk about today is a plan. And that plan is, money. You can have credit. It'll almost be December. We're going to Hawaii. Okay? Some of y'all haven't even taken a vacation, a real one. Not a vacation when you go sit on your couch at your house. That ain't no vacation. You wasted a day. I'm talking about a vacation when you get on a plane and go and enjoy yourself to a place you have never been to before. Some of you have never taken your kids on a real vacation. Some of your kids may have never even been on a plane before. And that is pretty darn pathetic. You work every day and you can't even enjoy the fruits of your labor. You get paid just to pay your bills. So you basically working for somebody else. Tell me that's not a slave. Come on now. Y'all gotta be real about it. Marsha, you sure right, girl, you sure right. I'm gonna pat myself on the back. Cause you working to pay bills. And that's crazy. So I wanna help you guys to not do that. One of the things that I'm real big on right now, and I'm not prejudiced, I love everybody, but I'm just gonna tell the truth. We people of color, we crabs, we don't work together. When we come up, we're gonna make sure you stay down, okay? We're gonna do everything we can to make sure you don't make it, and if you do, we're gonna try to sabotage whatever it is you're trying to do. Those of you, and we sure don't shut nothing, but those of you that are in Houston, you drive around Houston, you see all this new construction, apartments, subdivisions, all this stuff going up, and we don't own none of it. Not a one stitch of 2x4 do we own. Why we don't own it? Because when we get money, we go eat it. We go pay bills. And we sure wear it. I tell you, we walk around looking like $1 million and you probably got 2 cents in our pocketbooks. And I don't understand that. Mindset. We got to get to a point where we say, you know what? I got to do something different. Because what I'm doing is not working. And I know a lot of you are saying, well, shoot, I don't know how to do it. I don't know nobody doing it. Everybody around me got the same problems I have. Again, mindset. Because see, you don't want to pay for nothing. So you can't get in those arenas. You can't get in those rooms where they're talking about strategizing. They're talking about building apartments. They're talking about building subdivisions. See, you in them rooms where they're talking about how bad it is. Talking about, oh, she ain't nothing but a tramp. Talking about, oh, he cheating on her. Oh, my boss is just horrible. Those are the rooms we in. But see, when we get in those rooms that make us feel a little uncomfortable, that's when things in our lives gonna change. That's what I am trying to create. I ain't trying to do that. I'm creating that. I want to put you in those kind of rooms, but I got to make sure your mind is right. Because I guarantee you, I got some crabs in here. You ain't going to say it. I got some vultures in here, some spies. But you ain't gonna say it. But I hope you learned something today. Okay? Because it's something for you too. It's room for all of us to make it. I ain't hating on you. Because those of you that have been following me any length of time, Marsha's a giver. I want to see us all make it. Because what I know and what I'm going to talk about today, what I'm doing today, first of all, y'all ever know anybody doing that? Who giving you money? You better go get you a job. And you got one and it ain't working. For what? But the point is, what I am doing, nobody's doing. Yeah, people talking about doing credit. Yeah, people talking about getting you into a house. Yeah, people talking about real estate investing, but come to them and say, I don't have no money. Okay. Come back when you get it. Okay. But at the end of the day, I get that. Everybody needs to have some skin in the game. Because if you don't have no skin in the game, guess what? You're not going to stay. Because, again, you got it for free. So you got to understand, I want you guys to make it. But I guarantee you, all y'all in here, I love y'all. But I guarantee you, some of y'all going to leave here mad today because you ain't get nothing. Because you're not ready. But I'm going to leave a little door open for you to get ready. But it ain't going to be open long. Because I'm going to tell you right now, Marsha Smith is about her business. I may be a little slow at some things because, it's just me. But I'm working on building my team. But at the end of the day, I'm about business. And I'm going to say this because it's on my mind because I'm thinking about this. Y'all see me. I am an individual. I am touchable. You can touch me. We can communicate to a certain degree. But people look at me like I am an individual. I'm not a business. Oh, I can just pick up the phone and call Marsha Smith and just chat with her. Oh, Marsha, send me a text. Can you call me? I need to talk to you. Oh, I need to pay for this event, but I'm going to send it through Cash App. One lady told me yesterday she wanted to do Walmart to Walmart. I was like, what is that? I'm like, Walmart to Walmart. And I asked my assistant, and she was like, you got to go to Walmart to pick up money. I ain't got time for that. Like, really? I got to go stand in line to get money for you? Ma'am, we're not doing that. But the point I'm trying to make is, you wouldn't go to the white folks trying to do that. Come on now. But you want to give us your leftovers and think we're supposed to do things sloppy. I don't do sloppy. Okay? I try to be as above board as I possibly can. I'm not perfect. I'm still a work in progress. I'm still building my business. But what I have learned thus far, trust and believe, I'm going to share it with you so you don't make them same retarded mistakes I made. But you got to be big enough to say, you know what? Yeah, my business is bad because I know a lot of y'all in here with these bad businesses. You're commingling money. You're trying to do everything on your credit, and you know your credit ain't all the way together. Ain't nobody going to give you nothing. You haven't taken the time to even build let alone set up your business the right way. We got to do better. But you got to stop being freaking lazy. Stop making excuses and do what you got to do. The process doesn't take long. I told you guys, 60 days. What is today? August 17th. By October, some of you, if you're aggressive, you literally could walk away from your job. I am just that confident. It doesn't take long, but you got to stay focused and you have to do the work. Question, how many business owners I have in here? Not for y'all. How many of you actively running your business full time? You don't have another job? Just 2 of you, 3 of you, 4? Quite a few of you. Any of you over 6 figures? 1, 2, 3. That's not a good number. It'd be more than that. Like 20 y'all, 30 y'all. Who who has not established business credit. Wine? I feel like I need something stiffer than that. And the crazy part about it, I don't even drink. Now, what does that say? So, I just want to know this. Are you guys at a point that you don't know if you're coming or going? You just always going, always going. I feel like that. I feel like I can't catch a break. And I mean literally a break where I can just sit down and do nothing. I tell my husband all the time, I say, it is so bad, I can't even go get my feet done. So I got these shoes on so y'all can't see my feet. But it's really bad. I'm just being honest, okay? I don't take time for me. But I made it a point, starting today, really next Friday, and every Friday, I'm going to get a massage, okay? Self-care is amazing if you do it. So I want to get a massage. That's what I want to do. You all know what you want. You all know what kind of life you want to live. And as I'm talking, because I'm coming back for you, I need y'all to think about this. It was one of your assignments. Hopefully you did it. I want to know what kind of life you want to live. Because that's important. I'm going to give you a rundown because see, some of y'all are going to probably water it down a little bit. But see, this right here in this area, think of y'all being in a mastermind strategy meeting where we strategizing the next big thing. We strategizing to put together our next 300 unit subdivision. So based on your profits, what kind of life you want to create? Because everybody's going to make $500,000. Me? I already told you, I want to get me a massage every week. I'm simple. Y'all have no clue. I don't know what these pants, I think they came from Old Navy. My husband bought me these shoes yesterday. I was shopping at Payless before they closed. So now I got to find another store. And everybody else is expensive, especially DSW. I don't pay them prices. I'm frugal. My girl calls me Frugal Frannie, but I don't spend money. I just want to get a massage, get my feet done, okay? Maybe once a month, buy a couple of outfits. And I do shop at Walmart. I have started shopping at TJ Maxx and Marshalls a little bit. You know, I don't do the high-end stores unless I have an event and I got to get something special. That's the only time I spend money. Other than that, I tone it way down. And I want to be able to take a trip. And me and my husband have already discussed this. We want to go on vacation every third weekend of the month. And those of you who saw me on Facebook, I done took 2 trips in the last 3 weeks. I'm trying to go to Niagara Falls in 2 weeks, but I don't know if we can get my daughter a passport in time, but we're going to see. But that's what I want to do. Of course, I have a decent house, but I want another house. I want my dream house. And when I hit the $1 million status, I want me a Bentley coupe. And one thing I'm going to say this, and don't hate on me. But my husband really wanted it, but I'll take it too. I want a private jet. I'm going to tell you why. Because see, some of y'all think it's the, floss. It ain't about all that. Because what I would like to do, and that's, I don't know if they're in here already, I want to go from state to state. We want to go from state to state, finding real estate deals, finding real estate projects. Those of you that are going into the real estate investment course, and you're really serious about this, we could be in Florida. You can be in Michigan. Somebody can be in California. Guess what? You on the jet too. Y'all don't understand. Remember I told y'all about the tax benefits? We can write that private jet off on them taxes. Y'all didn't know that, did you? That's the kind of life I want to live. Oh, and I want to have a chef because I'm tired of cooking. I'm tired of cooking. I avoided that at all costs. I really do. That's it, y'all. That is all I want. And of course, I want to have a successful business while I continue to give and help more people to become financially free. And my goal for my nonprofit that I have is to help you guys get your life together, because I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna need you to come help me. My major goal, major, in Houston and eventually around the US, is I wanna be able to eliminate all the homeless off the streets. Because if I come to you and say, we found some land downtown Houston, it's gonna be $1 million, and to build a nice facility, not something just thrown together to look like a shoebox, but a nice facility, let's say it's gonna cost another $1 million. That's $2 million. So if I help you get your life together, and I said, I need $5,000, you'd be like, sure. Because you learned from me, first of all. Okay? Tax write-off. Hello? See, y'all playing a game. Y'all think at the end of the year, you're going to be writing this big check to the IRS, but see, if you're spending that money beforehand on the things you want to do, okay, creating the life you want to live, guess what? You don't have to pay at the end of the year. But see, some of y'all don't know that. Y'all be like, I'm trying to get free. No, I'll go coach. I'll do economy. That's even cheaper. Why can't you go first class? Why can't you go private? Okay? Why can't you have, dinner meetings at Vic and Anthony's? Why can't you do a retreat in Hawaii? Yes. But see, y'all don't understand. Oh, that's tax write-off, baby. See, y'all thinking, shoot, that's expensive, Marsha. Okay, but you keep thinking that way. Because that's how the poor stay poor and the rich get rich. But again, that's my life. So I'm coming back for you in a minute, so y'all hold on tight, but make sure you start thinking, because I need you to think outside the box. Because you going to the next level is not just about you. Who can you be a blessing to? Those of you with children, see, you still struggling. You still working to pay bills. The longer you keep that mentality up, the longer you keep that life up, you're suffering, your kids are suffering. You think you struggling? No, they struggling too. Because all they see you going through drive-through. That's all they know. I know for a fact. I got a brother, he's just like that. That's all he know. He make money and he spend it eating his money. Kids will watch what you do before they listen to what you say. And if you're not being a good example for your children, then why are you upset that they're not doing what they're supposed to do? You weren't doing it. They just following what you taught them. Even though you didn't think you were teaching them, but you did. You were. But I'm going to help y'all to fix all that today. But I got to make sure you're ready. I told you, your thoughts is what's helping you to create the life that you currently live. Because if you're thinking, somebody's out to get you, I don't trust her. That ain't going to work. She says she over there giving away money. I don't believe that. Let me go see. Because she ain't doing that. She over there fooling them people, taking their money. Okay, keep on. Because I'm giving everybody. If you're here today, you have until October. I'm going to do this event probably every 2 months. Next year, some of y'all going to be like, oh, Lord, I can't afford her. She is just too expensive. You know why I make it expensive? Because I'm going to teach you value. I'm going to teach you procrastination costs. Okay? Hopefully some of y'all already know that. Because look at where you're at right now. How many opportunities you've already missed. But again, change the way you think. If you fail, oh well, keep getting back up and keep trying. Do y'all think I got here like this overnight? No. I had a whole bunch of hiccups. And trying to be married and run a business, have children, y'all, I was borderline about to get divorced. Y'all think it's a game. I'm being for real. I was like, I'm married. I'm not even married to you. He's like, I feel like I'm married to your business. You give your business more time than you give me. But the point of it is, it wasn't that. It was that I wanted it bad. Because it's not just for me. It's for my family. And I need him to understand the sacrifice. You guys got to get to a point, how bad do you want it? What are you willing to sacrifice? Are you willing to eat ramen noodles for a whole month? How much money you could possibly save if you did that? Because see, some of y'all eating out, you're not even grocery shopping. So if you're not grocery shopping, all your grocery money going out to the restaurants, or you doing both, which really why you don't have the money. Okay. Oh, I feel you, girl. Been there.
So, thank you. Thank you. So, it's been a struggle. It's been hard, and that's why I'm here today, because everything that I've been through and what I've seen, I've traveled the world, I've done it all. But because of my life and my life experiences and letting people say certain things to me, do certain things to me, took me to a whole downward spiral. But I said, you know what? I can't stay down. I got to stay up. I got to get up again.
Yes, you
and
do.
that's why I'm here. So thank you.
You're welcome. And she said something. She said something real powerful, and I don't think anybody caught that. She let people pour into her life that didn't do nothing for her. And I guarantee you, a large number of you got people in your ear. I had 2 people last night reach out to me. Oh, such and such is not coming. So I'm coming by myself or I'm bringing somebody else. Is that okay? Okay. You got to get to a point in your life, if you're going to listen to somebody, are they doing what you want to do with your life? Or are they in worse position than you are? Because I've noticed being in this arena, and trust and believe, when I tell y'all, I have no idea. I know it's by the grace of God. Of the stories that I hear, I need to be a psychiatrist, I really do. But they don't make enough money for me. The stories that I have heard, it is amazing of the number of people that let broke people, I'm gonna just put it out there, determine what your next move gonna be. I don't get that. Are you really that selfish, that slow, that insecure, that you're gonna let somebody who's worse off than you tell you not to make that next move that could possibly change your entire life? Like, who really does that? Husbands and wives, because I know a lot of husbands is like that. Oh, I'm not gonna let her tell me how to spend my money. I hear that all the time. But of course, once he hears me, then he be like, okay, what she want me to do? Okay? Because I keep it real. Okay? I know what our struggles are. I told you, I haven't always been here. For those of you who hadn't heard my story, let me just put it out there real quick. To see, y'all think I woke up like this, like Beyonce said. I've had bankruptcy. I've had foreclosures. I've had repossessions. I've had late payments. And I had out the wazoo debt. And I had tax liens. So what else is there? That's about everything, right? So now tell me why I don't understand. Oh, and I was a single parent with 2 kids. I only told y'all about one I had. But I had 2. Now, tell me what I don't understand. Oh, and I'm married now, so I know them struggles too. So I don't understand, really? Because we can have a real conversation, because I do. But the point I'm trying to make is I came out. I didn't stay there, okay? Because I tell you, my credit had got so bad I couldn't borrow a pencil. But I got that ooh-wee now. And I got more credit cards than anybody should really have, Lord knows. But I got them because I want to know who pulls where and, how this thing works. I'm telling y'all, you have no idea. No, it may not look like it. But this right here can change your entire life in an instant. The stuff that I know, some of y'all have heard me talk. You be like, where'd she get that from? I ain't never heard that before. No, you haven't. Marsha Smith does not think inside the box. I'm an outside the box thinker. So some things that you're gonna hear me say, you may have heard part of it, but for the most part, I think outside the box. I wanna be different. I told y'all I'm a realtor. In Houston, there are well over 30,000 realtors. How in the world can I stand out from that? I have to be different. You have to be different, but guess what? You can't be afraid. And see, some of y'all are scared. What if I fail? What if? You're still living. You got life and breath in your body. Get your butt up and do it again or do something different. Some of y'all fail and you just say, you know what, I'm done. I'm just gonna sit down. I'm gonna go home and watch TV. And y'all watching these people who already got their money. You trying to get yours, paying $150 for cable when you need to be saving. Some of y'all don't know about Fire Stick. A lot of y'all probably do, but you don't think it's gonna get all your channels. Okay? Y'all better wake up. Okay? Y'all better wake up. Because I'm telling y'all, again, you got to be willing to make a sacrifice. You're not going to make it long. I told you 60 days. I'm going to keep saying that the whole day, but just hold on. You're going to understand what I'm talking about. We know none of y'all in here feel entitled, so we're not going to even talk about that. But those of you that are faking it till you make it, stop it. Stop it. Because you're just keeping yourself in debt. If you can put in the time and energy to fake it, put in the time to actually make it. All that money you spending on getting your $300 hair done, you know, I got me a $30 wig, okay? I told you I shop at, well, I can't shop at Payless no more, they closed. Okay, ladies, I'm gonna say this, and don't y'all judge me. I am biased on the handbags. I do have to have a good handbag. Because y'all know we wear our purses every day. And we wear them purses every day. If it's not good leather, it ain't gonna last. I tried that once. That purse probably lasted me a good 2 months. I said, I'm not doing this no more. But you can't buy a purse every month. But don't go buy that purse for $1,200 and you don't have $12 to put in it. You ain't ready yet. Hold on, it's coming. I promise you. If you have a plan, you can get that purse. You can get those shoes. You can get those clothes. But some of us are not willing to do that. So if you're going to fake it till you make it, switch that thing around and make it. I know you're tired. You have to be tired. Especially if you're trying to keep up with your little friends. You think they got it going on? Trust and believe. The business that I'm in, I have talked to a lot of people, and they make a lot of money. And I promise you, they look like they just throw it off. I mean, they look like they got it going on better than me. And I'm looking at them like, dang, well, shoot, they up here trying to get coaching from me. I need to come from them, see what they doing. And look at them numbers, and they be like, ooh, you really not doing good. But you sure look good, though. Girl, your hair is laid, but don't have no money. We got to do better, y'all. Y'all with kids, husbands and wives. Husbands and wives, I'm going to tell y'all something. Y'all should be balling out of control. Y'all really should. Y'all should be living off one income. It amazes me. Every time I speak to couples, you should be living off one income. Oh, we can't do that. Oh, such and such lost their job. We barely making it. Thought you told me y'all couldn't make it when y'all had 2 jobs. Again, sacrifice. When you don't have those consequences, no, you ain't gonna change. But when you got your back against the wall, you gotta do what you gotta do. Act like you gotta do what you gotta do now. Because I guarantee you, these jobs ain't guaranteed. But see, some of y'all depending on them because they get their check on the 1st and 15th, or the 2nd or the 4th week. And some of y'all know y'all one paycheck away from being homeless. But you don't have a plan. Get your plan together. Your family is suffering. How long have you been suffering? Quick question. Who been renting for more than 10 years? Okay, what the rest of y'all been doing? Living with somebody? How many people have a mortgage? Oh, not the majority. The majority, so what the rest of y'all doing? Less than 10 years? Okay, 5 years or more. That's about the majority. So you've been renting 5 years or more. Again, your family been suffering. Because all that money you've been paying, if you would have bought a house 5 years ago, imagine what that house be worth today. You really have some money. Are y'all making excuses? Are you trying to make a life? Who in here will openly admit that they make a lot of excuses? Look at y'all. I am impressed. Well, if you know the problem, we're going to work on a solution. How about that? So hopefully y'all haven't made too many excuses that now you even believe them. Okay? You're like, well, shoot, yeah, girl, that's really right. That's true. Mm-hmm. If that is the problem, oh my God, that is the problem. We got to do better. But again, you got to stand in your mirror and say, you know what? Yeah, you the problem, girl. We got to do better. Has struggling become your normal? I mean, some of y'all so used to struggling, you don't even, you here. But you probably like, I'm struggling, but you know what, I'm just going, but I'm not even looking to get better. I'm just there. I'm just see what she's talking about. Because I'm used to struggling. And probably sitting there thinking, oh, I got a bill to pay on Monday. I mean, I'm being honest. Come on now. Because if you getting paid or you got paid yesterday, you know you got bills to be paid, you know, by the 20th or 21st. Like, seriously. So if struggling has become your normal, that ain't normal. You work every day and you struggling? Like, really? At some point, you've got to be tired. You got to feel that you deserve better. Everybody deserves better. If you're trying, you deserve better. Period, point blank. Now, anybody here going to openly admit that they do this? You dumb down your gifts, your talents to make your lazy friends feel better about themselves. You know you're hurting you, right? You don't dumb down. That should even be in your DNA. Because if they have low self-esteem, you know, they don't feel that they can have better, let them watch you. Because if they really respect you and they care about you, when you go to the next level and get your life together, girl, what you do? How you get that? But because you're dumbing down, you're helping them to stay down. Instead of you going to the next level, okay, and then hopefully they'll see you and come back and pick them up. Don't do that. Because that means if they can't understand and respect your game, your hustle, then you might need to find you some new friends. Because guess what? They're trying to keep you in the land of broke. And we ain't nobody trying to do that. We got things to do. Last time I checked, real estate is going up. Airline tickets going up. Cost of rent going up. We ain't talking about the food. That's a whole other story right there. Okay? Stuff is going up. So you don't have time to dumb down because the longer you stay down, it's going to cost you. I'm going to say this and I'm going to move on. One of the things that is going to be a real sad day within the next year or so. Y'all notice how real estate is going up? Some of y'all who've been dragging your feet trying to buy a house, you're going to be a forever renter because you're not going to be able to afford to buy a house. Well, you know what? I lied. I just lied. Because if you work with me, you're going to be able to afford a house because you're going to pay that house out. I just lied. I forgot who I was talking to. My apologies. Let's move on. I forgot y'all. I was thinking about y'all with them other people. You got to do the work. So I'm going to tell you right now, if y'all ready to do the work, I'm ready to put you to work. Because those of you who know me, Marsha works. How many opportunities have you missed to procrastination? Fear, doubt. We already know everybody, y'all listen to them other people. How many people have missed the opportunity because of your friends and family? I've heard so many people say, oh, I can't do something because I had to give my family member money. Or I had to help a family member get out of a situation because they lost their job. Let me tell you something. Their failure to plan should never be your emergency. Y'all didn't freaking hear me. Their failure to plan should never be your emergency. I have seen so many people put themselves on hold to help somebody else take care of their house. I don't get that. You taking from your house when your bills need to be paid to help somebody else. And then you help them and they can't even pay you back. Like, really? Why do you do that? That's, again, mindset. Either you're trying to impress them to make them think you got it going on, or you can't tell them no. But I'm going to tell y'all this right now. But those of you who don't know this, fix your mouth and say, my money is busy. You don't say, I don't have any money. You don't say, I'm broke. You don't say, money don't grow on trees. My money is busy. What that simply means is, it is busy. It's in your savings account working for you. It's in your investments working for you. It's taking care of your house working for you. Okay? So it is. So when they ask you, what does that mean? Tell them what I just said. Okay? But you got to watch what you say out your mouth. Because what you say is what you will have. And you always want your money to be busy working for you. And you definitely want multiple streams of income working for you. But you got to learn how to tell people you can't help them right now because you're working on something. Those of you who know you have a plan and you're implementing your plan, you executed your plan, you can't deviate from the plan. Because when you deviate from the plan, now your plan is on hold to help somebody who don't have a plan. Y'all been in the struggle long enough. It's time to come out. But you got to learn how to tell people you don't have time. One of the things I will say, and I didn't say this earlier, if you know you're about to go to the next level, you need to have a meeting. Have a family meeting, have a friends meeting, whatever kind of meeting you want to call it. Friend, family, I'm about to go on this journey for the next 60 days. So don't ask me for no money. Don't ask me to go nowhere. I'm not eating out, going to happy hour no more. We had that trip we was going to go on. I need to cancel it. 60 days, I have to give it my all. Because I can't say it doesn't work if I don't put in the work. And when you give people notice, guess what? They won't be offended. They won't call you and you tell them no on the spot because they're used to you saying yes. They will already know up front, okay, I can't call her because Sherry told me I can't do nothing. We got to stay home. They'll try, but they have been advised. So if you know you're starting, don't start the plan and then midway through, oh girl, I can't do this with you right now. No, before you implement your plan, execute your plan, have a meeting with them. Even with your kids. Some of y'all are like, oh, they too young. They don't know what I'm talking. Yes, they do. If they know how to hold their hand out and ask for money, they understand. And while I'm talking about that, those of you with these teenage kids, that y'all buying them everything they want, that you know you can't afford. Stop that. Have a conversation with them, because if they teenagers, tell them to go get a job. If you know you can't afford to buy them $200 pair of shoes, when you need to be saving $200, tell them go get a job. Have the meeting with them. They need to understand this. Because if they know what's going on, they will help you keep you accountable. Especially those of you who want to buy a house. You living in this 2-bedroom apartment, they want their own room. They really gonna watch you. Mama, you're not supposed to be doing that, right? How much that cost? Shut up, boy. This is my money. No, he's supposed to be helping keep you accountable. Don't get mad at him, because you know you're doing something you're supposed to be doing. But that's how a plan works. When you're accountable. See, some of y'all ain't accountable to nobody. That's why you're all over the place. You have to be accountable. Some of you say you don't have enough money. We already know everybody got money, because y'all saw y'all bank statement. You got to make you a priority, okay? This whole process has to be a priority. And you can't be afraid of work. I don't talk about a lot of this. My single parents, again, you're going to have to put together your plan. Your plan's going to have to be about you and your kids. What can you do? If you're serious about what I'm doing today, I promise you, everybody in here. Oh, let me just say this. I apologize, I bounced around on this, because as stuff comes to me, I think about it. Who in here makes less than $2,500 a month? Bring home. Because I know your W-2 your paycheck may say you make $2,500 a month, but when they jack you for taxes, it's only like $1,200 every pay period. Only one person, 2 people, 3 people? Okay. So, single parents, I'm gonna put this towards you. If you only make less than $2,500 a month, and I told you, if you do A, B, C, and D, and you can make a minimum of $2,500 a month, how would that make you feel? What would you do with that extra money? That's like another whole paycheck. And if you barely making it on your 25, and you get a whole nother 25, that's a lot of money. What's your plan? That ain't your plan to go shopping. My married couples. I know y'all make more than 25. So what if I gave you a plan to make $5,000 a month? What would you do with that? Well, that is a stream, because that's coming every month. Well, y'all already heard me say when you get money, how your money can work for you. So I already know y'all got that. That's a good one. Be a lender. The thing I want y'all to understand, when you get this extra money, because in most cases, it's doubling your income. So really, that is truly all extra money. What are you going to do with it? Yes, you want to save some of it. Because remember, those of you who've taken my budget class, and the goal is to have at least $10,000 in a savings account. Yeah, you want to do that. But how can you be a blessing to others? See, most of y'all are in here because you want somebody to be a blessing to you. What you going to do to give back? Because see, I said earlier, I want y'all to help me with my homeless shelter when I help you get your life. But what are you doing right now? Because see, last week, I did a post about, coming to help with the homeless, feed the homeless. I think I had 300 and some odd people who chimed in on getting help, getting funding. And I had less than 50 that want to help the homeless. Y'all know I ain't bust y'all out. Because I sure wanted to. But see, you want somebody to give to you, but you don't want to give. And I get it. You got a job. You had to work. But you could have said, you know what, Marsha, I'm going to donate $5. I can't go get nothing, but I'm going to at least give you $5 if I can't give you my time. Yeah, it was. But see, what y'all don't understand, and I don't know how many of y'all in this room, but I'm going to just say 100 in this room. 100 people give $5. What is that? $500, right? It cost us right around $500 to feed them that day. But what if the 300 that said they needed help gave the money? We could have did a whole lot more. I was just talking to the lady over here. She want to volunteer for next month. I said next month I want to do hygiene bags. Using the hygiene bags, we put full size deodorant, shampoos, soaps, and lotions from the Dollar Tree, because you know they're $1. And I usually put about 10 items. 10 items per bag. We fed 240, 230. What was the number? 240. Okay, 243 times 10. We talking about $2,400. One person, yeah, could probably do it. But if everybody did their part and we worked together, remember what I said earlier? People of color. We don't work together. If ain't nothing in it for me, I'm not interested. Let's be real about it. We got to get to a point where we're giving back. We're being a blessing to those less fortunate. Because if you're not doing it now, don't sit here and tell me you're going to do it later. Because now I got to chase you down, and I'm not in that business. But I won't forget you either. So the money that you get, yes, I want to get to a point where we pay it forward. We pick a day, like Saturday. We go to Walmarts and Targets or Kroger's or H-E-B's and just start paying people's grocery bill or whatever their bill is. Just do it just because. It's enough of us in here, we can be around the whole city and they're trying to figure out what's going on. Because we're all doing it at the same time. And it's something that we do on a monthly basis. Again, ain't nobody doing it like that. You have people doing it here, people doing it there. But we're doing it in record numbers. Same thing with the homeless. They have tons of people feeding them. But guess what? They're still hungry. They're still on the streets. They need clean water. Right now, I'm planning an event for the day before Thanksgiving. I want to have a block party for the homeless. We bring out showers. We bring out barbers. We bring out hairstylists. We bring out clothes and hygiene items. Just give them a day of just feeling good about themselves. That's the kind of stuff I need y'all to think outside the box on. Okay? It shouldn't just be my dream. What is yours? Some of y'all got a nonprofit dream inside of you. Just because you helping me, why can't I help you? Because I'm telling y'all right now, that's what I'm about. I'm not about making millions of dollars just to say, oh, I'm balling out of control. Most of that money I'm trying to give away. We had 212 people registered for this event. I don't know how many is online right now. But the goal of it is, within the next 60 to 90 days, I want those numbers to be tripled. But guess what? I need y'all to get y'all life together in 60 days so y'all can be lenders. Don't look for me to do it all on my own. Because what I do, you can do. I'm willing to teach you if you're ready. But if you look like you just here to just get what you can get and fart on everybody else, you better get away from me because I'm not playing with you. Yes. I need the mic. Because we live on YouTube and they have to hear you.
Thank you. Hi, I had a question about the giving back. When you selected that, did you select a particular area on your own, or did you go to like a homeless shelter that was already established?
Loaves and fishes. I've been feeding there for last couple of years.
Okay.
But I do it once a month, the second Friday of every month.
Okay, because my husband and I, a group of us used to go downtown under, like where that underpass is, where they start moving everybody, and we used to do it the third Sunday of the month, and we would actually feed them, but they stopped us because they told us they started wanting everyone to have a permit if you were feeding.
No, we go to Loaves and Fishes where they have an actual shelter, kitchen, everything.
Okay.
And we bring in the food and they just come through.
Okay.
And they all know to come there because, trust me, it'd be a pile of them. So that's why. And I thought that was the craziest thing. Why you gotta have a permit to give people food? Like, seriously? I don't get that.
Here you go, ma'am.
I just wanted to answer your question. That's because the city is not trying to find a solution
That's
for
all right, they
our
got me.
homeless. So that's why we are needed in order to do that.
They got
So
me. I'm coming.
when we step up, then they want you to be permitted to give people food who need it. The city is not concerned about any of us in this room. They're not concerned about anybody that's homeless. So we better become proactive in our own rescue. And thank you, Marsha, for doing what you're doing, because this is what we need, and we need more of it.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. But again, I just want to help everybody in the room to get their minds right, because I get it, okay? You may not openly admit it yet. Some of you have probably never had $50,000 in your hands at one time. You get that money in your hand, everything that you thought you missed will now get done. And that shouldn't be the case. It should be based on your plan. What is your plan? Because if you go and do everything that you want to do or have not been able to do, now you've wasted the opportunity. And you still don't have no money. And now you're starting all over again. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you do that, act like you don't know me. Because I don't know you. I promise you, I don't know you. Because you just wasted an opportunity. And you sure can't work with me ever again. Because that tells me you're not ready. Because you lost your mind over 50,000 and I'm trying to get you to millions. You ain't ready. So I'm putting that out there now so you're not getting mad at me. Ruin it. Act like you don't know me. And I promise you, I don't ever want to work with you ever again. Don't call me, act like you can defriend me, I don't care. But you messed this opportunity up, and that is exactly what's going to happen. Because as everybody gets funding, I am going to keep track of you because y'all going through a process. So I'm going to find out and, make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do based on your plan. And if you're not doing that, again, exit left. Because I'm definitely going to cut you off real early. Because again, you're not going to waste my time. I need you to value my time and value my experience and value the opportunity. Because ain't nobody standing in front of you. Ain't nobody sitting at the table with you giving you an opportunity like this. In 60 days? Some of y'all say y'all been renting 5-10 years? And somebody tell you they're going to get you your whole life in 60 days? And you going to screw it up because you feel like you entitled? Everybody has been advised. So don't get mad at me. We talked about married life, okay? My couples, y'all got to start working together. Y'all got to start talking together. You got to figure out who's the spender in the house, because it's one. There's always one. So once you admit it, then y'all can do better. You screwed up. Yeah, you did. It is what it is. Get over it. Let's move on. Some of y'all are afraid to go by yourself. That's why you still hang out with your friends. Be willing to leave them, because if not, you're going to end up living with them. We already told you to watch your mouth. Who in here still afraid to take a chance? I know y'all came here for this opportunity, but who's really scared of going to the next level? Let's be real about it. I mean, you've been thinking about getting your life together for all these years, and she's telling you can get your life in 60 days? Whew, that makes me nervous. I told y'all earlier about I want to get a private jet. That makes me nervous. Because if I get a private jet, guess what? I'm getting a driver. I'm going to get somebody to lay some red carpet out. And I'm going to have my photographer. Because I got to make sure this is real. Because I've been dreaming about this for a long time. Y'all laughing, but I'm for real. When y'all see it on Facebook, y'all going to say, she showed said she was going to do that. Because I'm going to tell y'all right now, that is my dream. But I just got to see it myself. So all I'm saying is, I mean, who's really, a little bit nervous? Because you've been in the struggle so long. Remember I told you, you've been in the struggle so long, it's your normal. And she telling me, within 60 days, I can really have my life together. She said, I can't possibly even leave my job. Man, what that feel like?
Ms. Marsha, I have a question. How do you get beyond the voices in your head or the voices outside your head when you're making moves, you're doing the things that are necessary to move forward, but you've got family members, and I don't mean cousins and other people, I mean even parents that are naysaying your motives and what you're doing. And I say, and I know intellectually what those people think about me ain't my business, and let them get by, but there's still the child and the Christian part of me that's like, that's my mama, that's my daddy. I'm supposed to be respectful of them and their thoughts and opinions. How do you get beyond that? Because it keeps kicking me in the head.
I'm going to give you 3 words. And this applies to everybody in this room. Shut your mouth. Remember, we are a generation, our race, we have to see it before we can believe it. So guess what? Shut your mouth and show them. And when they see it, how you get that? Remember I said it earlier. They have to see it. You got to move in silence, do what you do, and trust me, your results going to show. And when it does, guess what they going to do? Shut their mouth. And they going to eat all their words. No. You still hang out with them, but don't tell them your business. We talk about everything but your business. Talk about everything but what you're doing. I had somebody who was closing on the house. I think that was Bridget. She was closing on the house. She didn't tell her kids she was buying a house till she closed. Okay. But you got to just shut your mouth. That's it. So, because you got your mouth shut, they can't say nothing bad, your feelings can't be hurt, and you keep it moving. Plain and simple. Okay? Because I told you, people that's closest to you are the ones going to burn you. We already talked about you got to create your plan, so we already know that. We're going to get more in detail about this plan later, and we're going to talk about being accountable, because I know I'm probably over my time. And we all know, I'm going to say this, but when y'all get home, go check yourself. Have a conversation with yourself. Whether you got to go stand in front of your mirror, you got to go sit in your bed, sit on your couch, your little private room, and you got to check yourself and say, self, now you've been really messing up here lately. You got to do better. We're trying to get our whole life together, and this, and this is not going to get us there. These people are not going to get us there. These distractions are not going to get us there. And if you don't check yourself, then guess what? Don't expect no results. Period, point blank. Because remember, you are the person who is going to determine whether you go to the next level or you're going to stay where you are. You can't blame me, can't blame your family, can't blame your friends. You. Because you can get away from everybody and everything and just get to yourself and shut off the world. Any questions? I saw this the other day, and she in here. I thought this was amazing. Getting your life in order takes an incredible amount of honesty and strength. It's not easy realizing and accepting that you are what's holding you back. When I tell you that was so real, I said don't get no realer than that. Because see, sometimes we don't want to admit that we're the problem. We want to blame everybody else. They hurt me. They did this. They did that. What did you not do? Let's point the finger at you and say, you got to get it together. And when you get it together, then your life is going to change. I promise you. All right, y'all, let's take a 5-minute break and we'll be back.
I just want to say the restrooms are out that door, down the hall to your right. When you get down to the other hall, make a right, and they're on the left-hand side. Right, left.
Are y'all selling shirts after the conference or after they be selling shirts? Okay.
Okay, y'all, we about to get into some real good stuff right now. We're going to talk about money real quick. Big question we all need to ask ourselves, why do we have a money problem? You all did that assignment and noticed that most of you are spending more money eating out. Who spent $500 or more in a month? Ooh, that's a lot of y'all. Okay, you spending $500 or more per month. Are you saving that? How many saving 500 or more? I don't see many hands going up. Okay, so if you're eating $500 or more per month and you're not saving that, then guess what? That is a problem. Because if your money is going out for eating out, shopping, remember I talked earlier about you loaning your family and friends money, that's a problem. By you doing this exercise and you see where the majority of your money is going, then what you need to do is cut that number in half and save half. And you can continue to eat out till you get to a point where you can say, you know what, I'm going to just cut myself down to maybe $50 a month, maybe once a week. Okay? Because if you're not saving that kind of money that you're eating, I mean, come on, let's do this math. 500 times 12, that's 6,000 a year. You have 6,000 in the bank? Yes? No? So when life happens, you think you're going to go back to the restaurant and get a loan? And they're going to give you a 10% credit on what you ate? Probably not. But if you put that money in your savings account and life happens, you can go to your savings account and say, you know what? I need a loan. I need to withdraw some money. So that is your first money exercise when you get home. How can I split this in half and now redirect some of this money? If I need to eat out, give myself 1 day a week. But for those of you who really know you need Jesus, you need to meal prep on Sunday. Who does not know what meal prepping is? Okay, everybody knows for the most part. You need to meal prep. Cook you a big batch of spaghetti, a lasagna, pot of beans, and that should stretch you for the week. So that way you have food already prepared when you get home. You're not having to run out and pick up food. That is the number one way to help you save money. If you do it, the results will come. Because if you get more money, you're going to spend more money. Because remember, most of you don't have a plan. And I need you to get a plan. What's your money excuse? Well, no money. Well, we know that ain't true. Because you got money, you just eating it. Cost too much. No budget, no savings. Who don't have a budget? Don't be scared, because I know all of y'all don't have no budget if you eat now. So let's be real about it. This ain't the place to come in here and be all shy. No, raise your hand. If you don't have a budget, I need to know. Because if you don't have a budget, that's a part of the plan. You got to put together a budget. So your budget will tell you where your money's going. Because see, when your money hits your bank account, you tell your money where to go. You're not looking at a budget to tell you. So you got to get together and put together a budget. Y'all, I'm going to keep talking about this plan thing for a long time because y'all going to understand that plan, that's going to change your life. Who in here has no idea how much debt you have? Like really, you have not added it all up and came up with a number. But I think y'all should if you did the assignment, right? Hello, somebody got caught. That means you didn't do the assignment. Some of y'all been afraid to look. Do what you have to do to get by. Be like, I'm just barely making it. You have no help. We already know that, but it's okay. Some of y'all just gave up. I'm just tired of trying. It ain't working. Because every time I try, something always come up. Remember I told you, ask that, get back up. And distractions on overload. We already know that's the biggest problem, right? Next to you eating up your money, your distractions. I don't know what your distractions are. You do. I don't know who your distractions are. You do. Admit it, cut them loose, and quit it. Because I promise you, and some of you can admit it and some of you may not, if you can eliminate some of those distractions, your life probably would have already been at another level. Nothing just happens. It must be planned. Wealth and riches, okay? Wealth and riches will not be in your house if you don't have a plan. How can you be wealthy if you're not managing the money you already have? Because if you're not managing now, you're not going to manage it later. You think you will. You have no plan. That's why you have no money. You have to have a plan for your money, and your money will come. I need y'all to look at this, because this is real. How much do you need? Did everybody come up with their number? How much money they need? Who needs 50 or less? Now, let me back up. I said who needs 50 or less. I know you say, oh, I want $1 million. But I mean, realistically, what is it gonna take to get you out of your hole and you have excess? Is it 50 or less? Thank you. Because I know you want more, but you don't have a plan yet. So you're not ready for more. Hold on, we're coming to that. You got to set up a budget. Give yourself an allowance. That right there is huge. Some of your men, I'm a grown man, get no allowance. Yes, you get an allowance too. My husband get one, and he loves it, because he eat his too. But you got to have an allowance. Your allowance is for ladies, get your nails done, not every week. Get your hair done, not every week. For you to go out, maybe every 2 weeks. Date night, my couples. That's what your allowance is. Plan your life. Stay within your budget. When you spent all your money, go somewhere and sit down. You're done. And see, that's the thing. Some of y'all don't want to do that. You want to get on your phone and start transferring money because you done spent all your money. That ain't a budget. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. That was the worst thing they could have did when they came up with these phones, with these apps. They just made things too convenient. But I got something for that. You got to set boundaries, okay? Husband and wives, I keep saying y'all because y'all have no clue how powerful y'all are together. If y'all struggling, you're struggling because you want to, not because you have to. Y'all should be doing some amazing things. But you have to have boundaries. Those boundaries are, okay, when we get to X number of dollars spent, we can't spend anymore. If we say we're going to do this each week, have a family meeting, we need to be doing it. Not, oh, I forgot. Oh, we had that last week. No, have it every week until you get your life together. What will you do with what you have? Because if you don't have a plan for what you have now, you got to be ready to prepare for what's to come. If you want to keep it, you got to plan for it. How will you get your money to make money? Remember, I told y'all that's huge. I know we want more money, but we got to make sure the money that we do have, or the money we have coming in from our business, from our side hustle, is making us money. Because again, at some point, some of y'all got to get tired of getting up going to a job every day. How would you feel to be able to wake up, look at your bank statement, or look at your bank account, and you had $500,000 deposited into your account? And that's like every 2 to 3 days. Y'all know what that's called? That's called sleep money. That's money while you sleep. Because if you can wake up and log into your account and you see you have a deposit that you didn't work for, you really have arrived. And that's part of your plan. How can you come up with making some sleep money? I already got one for you. So if you ride with Marsha, it's a wrap. Again, ain't nobody doing it like this. But I want you to have a plan, because I know some of y'all gonna get this extra money and you're gonna lose your mind. I'm just being honest. You just gotta get it out your system, but you'll be okay. And how will you save? Who has a high yield savings account? Who has an account with the credit union, savings account with the credit union? Oh, y'all giving y'all money away. You need to get a high yield savings account, people. A high yield savings account. You can go to ally.com, ALLY.com, or go to American Express. And I want to say Goldman, I can't think of the name, but those two are high yields. Goldman Markets, I think it is. Yes, them. But Ally, ALLY.com, and American Express. Because if you all look at the interest rate that your credit union pays you, they're not paying you no money. If you with Wells Fargo or Chase, Bank of America, they surely aren't paying you any money. Even though they're paying 2%, it's still a start. It's more than what you get now. You got to set yourself up, because when this money comes, where you gonna put it? Most of y'all think you're gonna put it in your bank account. No, you need to learn how to get yourself prepared to put it into assets. Okay? Because assets will pay you. Not putting your money into liabilities, shoes, cars, clothes, hair. That ain't making you no money unless you're selling it. You got to get your mind to the point where I buy assets, because assets pay me. I can go to my assets when I need money. And right now, if you don't have any assets that you can go to, that's a problem. Your assets can be real estate. Your assets can be your side hustle. Your assets can be your sleeping money. You got to think about what your asset is going to be. So your first assignment is your plan. You're going to do your savings account. And you're going to figure out, what is your assets? What assets can you create? What side hustle can you create? Of course, I'm going to give you one. But you want to have at least 2 to 3. And right now, one of them is your job. But again, that ain't always guaranteed. So we're going to act like that ain't really there. We're going to just live on that one for now. If you don't know how to manage money, seek help. Don't y'all judge me when I say this, but it just bothers me on a whole nother level when I hear people say, why are you charging people who don't have money to get money? They got money. Trust me, they have money. They pay for everything else. It's amazing. Amazing how we pay for everything that we want and we beg for everything that we need. How is that freaking possible? We got to flip that. You got to start paying for what you need. You got to start focusing on assets, things that are going to build you up. And I know some of you saying, oh my God, assets, man, that's a big word right there. Google it. You just need to focus on assets. Basically, bottom line, things that are going to pay you. Because you guys have no clue. Assets will change your life. Nothing of real value is free. When was the last time you worked for free? Anybody work for free? Raise your hand. You go to your job every day, and on Friday, or 1st and 15th, you don't get a check because you work for free. Who's that? Where the hands at? You don't count. Oh, y'all don't work for free? But y'all was looking for free. So what's up? Oh, okay. I just want to make sure, because, I figured y'all wanted somebody to give something to y'all for free, that y'all was willing to work for free. Because at the end of the day, why you don't work for free? Anybody? Oh, you got bills to pay? You don't think I got bills to pay? You don't think I need to eat? I mean, I'm getting a little thick there, but you know, I still need to eat. Mindset. That's why I told you guys, I'm not teaching y'all free no more. I'm teaching you value. The same respect you want your employer to give you, you need to give somebody who is going to pour into you the same respect. Period, point blank. Because at the end of the day, and y'all never thought about this, have you? Yeah, you work for your employer and you get a check. Why are you still struggling? Why you don't have no money? Hello? Why you still struggling? But, huh? Mm-hmm. So if you can get with someone who's going to help you change your life, why you don't want to pay them? I mean, that's a real valid question. Because you getting money, but your life ain't changed. But you got to pay money to change your life, but you don't want to do that? Again, struggle is your new normal. We got to get out of that. Because if not, you're going to be in the same place this time next year. And no disrespect, and I'm going to put somebody on blast right now, if they want to admit it. I had an event here about 2 years ago now. Who came to the event 2 years ago? Okay. What's going on with your life? Mm-mm. You? Yes, you. No, not you. Her.
So I was also a part of your original investing group too. It kind of got dismantled, but I think you're starting it back up again. But I started my business. I got my LLC set up, and I did my first contract flip, and I ended up getting another job, making more money. So I'm still doing my full time in trying to get my side business to be my full time deal.
Okay, so you're putting it all together. And
I'm trying, Marsha.
Oh, you're trying. Okay, I thought you had it done, girl. So you're putting it all together. So the point I'm trying to make is this. If I came here 2 years ago and it isn't already together, what you been doing? Because I just told y'all 60 days. Now, of course, I just came up with this year, but still, your life should still be at a whole nother level.
Work in progress.
Okay, being honest. I like that.
Yeah.
But see, that's what I'm talking about.
And that's why I'm here too. So your thing gives another boost, another motivation for me to just keep at it, keep going. So
Thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, that's another one.
Yeah, I know I was going to get that look. Well, I was here 2 years ago. There have been some medical issues, family issues, and I was in a place where I was probably 60 days away from getting ready to buy a house. And things happened in 60 days, and I let it affect me and went right back down the street. I went from, 2 years ago, having a 400 to a 650 to where I'm now, I can tell you I'm at a 500. It works. The plan works, but you got to be willing to change that mindset and focus. And I got out that mindset. So you got to get yourself back in it. And that's why I'm here today. I live by NRG, and I made my drive here today because I've got 2 girls want to be in college in 2 years, and I don't want her struggling to pay for college.
Okay. But that's what I'm saying, guys. I get it. Life happens. Trust and believe. It happens to me too. But I told you, I think And I can honestly say this. You know how like a crackhead just want to get that next hit? That's how I am about getting to the next level. You got to get like that. Because that means you want it bad. You know that crackhead going to do anything. Going to take from anybody and going to do what they got to do to get that hit. If they got to just get a crumb of it, they going to get it. That's how you have to be. Because again, these ladies said they've been here 2 years. You got to stay focused. You got to get rid of those distractions. You got to be willing to just step away from some people. Okay? It's only temporary, guys. You're going to get back with your friends. Hold on. But get your life together so you can help them get theirs. Because you hurting them because you are not making a sacrifice to step away and just say, you know what? Let me go in my hole and I'm going to stay here for the 60 days and work this plan like she said. If you work it in 60 days and it don't work, you by means go on Facebook, blast it to the world. Her plan don't work, but I guarantee it does. It works. You just have to work it. You, come here. You just have to work it. So a value lesson. You work for money, just like the service provider would work for money. You work for your lights, your food, your education, your car, your rent. What are you on? Some of y'all look at your W-2 every year. I make what? Where it at? I don't see nothing. I don't have nothing in the bank. I can't say I own anything. You don't have anything. You got to be tired of that. And then you can't even enjoy your money because you're paying it all out. Create a plan. My single parents, I need a mic. My single parents, I know some of you saying, you know, I don't have any money. It's just so hard for me. I just can't catch a break. And I got to figure out what I can do. I'm scared to take a chance because if I do, I'm just not going to make it. But I want y'all to hear this story. Because this right here, this impressed me. And a whole lot of people don't impress me. Okay? I get impressed by results. I get impressed by your sacrifice. Your excuses, when I tell you can turn me off like a light switch, bring them. Because that's what you're going to do. But when I see you doing what you have to do, I'm going to do extra. Now, I'm going to tell you what I did. I don't need y'all bombarding me. But I'm going to tell you what I did because like I told you, I move when you move. So this is Erin. And Erin's a single mom. Erin, we met at church. She went to my church. She might still go to my church. And that's how I know her. And recently, I was working with her mom at first. Her mom, I guess, got introduced to me by her.
Right.
But her mom started working with me before she did. And I don't know what happened to turn her around and she decided she wanted to work with me too. And she did something here a few months ago. And I'm going to let her explain to you what she did and why she did it. And for those of you that are single parents, I hope you can relate to this story.
Like Marsha said, I am a single mom. I guess to give you a little background of why I actually needed her help. I found myself 3 years ago facing divorce, and I had an infant. And when I was married, I didn't work. I left corporate America a year prior to pursue entrepreneurship full time. And when I found myself facing divorce, I had to go back to corporate America. And I had a baby, and my ex-husband just was not helping me. And my credit was horrible because I've been through cancer and divorce. And so I got a job, and it just wasn't enough to cover all of my bills. But because I had health issues and my son was premature and he had health issues, I I took the job, and I stayed at the job because in lieu of the salary that I deserved, they offered me flexibility where I could go to doctor's appointments and things of that nature. I could work from home if necessary, but it wasn't enough. And I said, well, let me just kick my production company into full time. I want a production company, into full gear to supplement my income. But production is expensive. I do film and I do theater, and it's very expensive. And if you ain't got good credit, ain't nobody giving you nothing. And so it was just hard. And I knew from other people working with Marsha, and I kind of knew her somewhat, that if I joined her program, that I would gain what I needed to get my credit in order so that I could apply for business funding, so that I could leave my 9-to-5 and do what I'm passionate about and take care of my child. And when I started with her, real talk, my credit score, the lowest score was 490. My highest score was 520. And I started working with Marsha, and the first thing we did was we got a budget together. And seeing on paper, I knew I wasn't making enough money, but my lights was on. But seeing on paper, my lights shouldn't be on. It had to be the grace of God, because I don't make enough money. I got more month than money, okay? So I got the budget together, and I had a little bit of savings. I got my income tax, because now I got a baby, I get a little bit of money, from the IRS. And instead of spending the money, I had some medical procedures that I really wanted to get done. I still struggle a lot because I'm a cancer survivor, and I've had some issues as a result. But I decided, instead of getting the medical procedures done, instead of, paying off debt, I ain't got enough to do what I need to do anyway. So let me just take a chance on myself. Let me take a chance on Marsha. And if it don't work, I ain't got enough to do what I need to do anyway. You know what I mean? So might as well take a chance on it. So I had some savings. I got with Marsha. I said, okay, whatever you tell me to do with this money, I'm going to do it. Soon as I give her the money, everything went haywire. My car broke down. My son's tuition was raised. I'm a single mother. I put my company on hold. I don't have that supplemental income because it was too expensive to maintain it. But I did what this lady told me to do, y'all. And today, this has been the last probably 60 to 90 days. My credit score is a 744, 757, you know what I mean? And now I'm in a position to actually get the funding that I need to consolidate my debt, to walk away from my job if I choose to, because them people don't care nothing about me. And to the single parents, to those of you who may have just one income in your household, and it's scary, and it's hard. And I eat noodles, and my baby's leftover chicken nuggets because I have something I'm trying to do. Bet on yourself. Take a chance, because if you ain't got enough, you ain't got enough. If you lose it, at least you can say, I tried. So I say to all of you who may be questioning, who may be in doubt, who may be fearful, your girl got a 757. You see what I'm saying? My life in the next two weeks, really, I could walk away from the people. You see what I'm saying? And I don't owe them nothing. So thank you.
Thank you. So all that was said to say this: you got to take a chance on you. If you feel you have nothing, what do you have to lose? You already have nothing. But what if you win? Now, she got my email late, she said, but I was supposed to do her funding last night because I was going to tell you how much money I got her, but I didn't do it yet, so I'm going to do it tonight. So I'll post it in the group probably tomorrow, because when I get home, I'm going to sleep because I'm on fumes right now. So I'll do it tomorrow. But the point is, you guys got to take a chance on you, okay? Just like she took a chance on her, I took a chance on me. I was working in corporate America. I left corporate America to start in the mortgage industry. I had just too recently purchased a home, and I had 2 kids. So I had to make it. But guess what? My bet paid off in huge dividends. Now, one thing I'm gonna tell y'all, and I'm gonna be real brief about it, and I'm gonna help y'all not to do this. When I did do that, I was making way more money than I've ever made. Remember I just told y'all, when you get $50,000, what you gonna do with it? Because if you ain't used to that kind of money, you're gonna lose your mind. I was making $15,000, $20,000 a month. I didn't go ball out of control, but I didn't know I was supposed to pay taxes either. I got in trouble. So I had to go do something different. Then that's why I became a realtor, because they were not trying to let me renew my license with a tax lien. But the point is, I'm trying to teach you all everything that I have gone through so you don't make the same mistakes that I've made. That's why I can stand before you and tell you, 60 days? Yeah, you can get your whole life together. And I need all y'all to sit here and pinch yourself, because you're going to be like, oh my God, really? And the only reason why she took so long, and I'm going to tell you this. She said she had no money. She didn't. I gave her money to go set up her business. Because if we're going to do funding, we're going to do it the right way and get you as much money as possible. So I had to loan her money because she tried to get it on her own. She couldn't get it. She told you her car was acting up. She was just having issues. So that's why hers took so long. She should have been done. But I can stand before you and tell you, 60 days, your whole life can be at another level. If you don't do anything, what you going to be doing in the next 60 days? Still in the same position, still having the same problems, same challenges, on that same job, making that same income, and no same excuses. But you got to take a chance on you, and just never know. You just may actually win. But if you ride with Marsha, I know you're gonna win, because I'm not on a losing team. Because I told y'all, we got stuff to do, so we don't have time to lose. I told y'all, December 25th, I'm trying to be in Hawaii. And I would like most of y'all to be with me, because I know some of y'all ain't never took no real good trip. I want y'all to experience the world, because it's a beautiful place. I have literally been around the world, and I tell you, it is amazing. I had one opportunity to go to somewhere in Cancun, and I was trying to plan an event. I was in tears, because the view that I saw before my eyes, it just made me so sad that I said, so many people will never see this, because they're not willing to take the chance and make a sacrifice. And that is why I do what I do, because I want you guys to see the world. Because I guarantee you, once y'all get a taste of that good life, I promise you, sacrifice is going to be normal for you. Because you never want to be poor again. I'm just like that when it comes to flying on coach in first class. I don't want to do coach. First class has spoiled me. But you guys got to figure out what's going to be your new normal and take a chance on you. All right, I'm going to have my credit guy come up, because a lot of this I've already discussed, because I want to be able to get to you guys and talk to you guys about credit, and we're going to go through this home buying process. After I need you to put up his slide. This right here is real, y'all. Y'all need to put this somewhere in your life where you can see this every day. You can't achieve it if you can't believe it. I'm sorry. All right, sir. Have fun.
How y'all doing today? This morning, while we're doing that, let's give Marsha a round of applause for me. So you guys have been getting some information and some knowledge this morning, and there's not a lot of people, as she just said, that are doing seminars like this or workshops like this, where you can come and get basically from start to finish, information on how to empower you guys' lives. Via real estate, home buying, home flipping, all of those good things. We'll give them 1 second, get everything together here. But how many people know that credit is important, right? So by show of hands, how many people here have had bad credit? Right. So we are all relatable right now, right? We all are on the same playing field. Uh-oh, did I click that? How you go back? There you go. All right. We're all on the same playing field. We all are trying to achieve a common goal. That common goal normally is to, what we say in the credit field is, 700 or better, you can get whatever you want, normally, right? In a perfect world. But what are we doing it for? Like, what is your goal behind credit? Like, what is your goal for coming out today to the home buying seminar? Is it to obtain money, to get more credit cards, put cash in your pocket? Is it to buy a yacht? Because that's what I'm trying to do. Is it to get a house, your first house, second house, rent house, estate, or take vacations? Right, there you go, gain assets. Or, like I said, take vacations, because all work and no play sucks, right? Everybody works, everybody, has had the 9-to-5 grind. And if you're an entrepreneur, you don't work 9 to 5 anymore. You now work every day, right? Saturdays, Sundays included. There's no time off until you create that. But having credit will help you to establish that. So I'm curious in here right now, if you all had the credit that you wanted, and the cash in your pockets that you desired, who would that affect most in your life? Yourself. Somebody. Family, right? Everybody in here, I would like to believe, is in here today to not just affect change for yourself, but for your family. And if you're not in here to just affect change for yourself and then your family, might have to rethink some things. Most of us, and I'm going to say this, I'm stepping out there on faith a little bit when I state this statement, but most of us don't come from well-to-do families. I would dare say that, right? Most of us had to come from families who we've seen Paul and Mama work forever. You got mom and daddy, they work forever. The old days, they work 40, 50 years, retire. You get some kind of a check, or you get some kind of a retirement statement. Social Security, right? That's the big thing now. Social Security, hey, I want to work 50 years to get a piece of what they think I made for the rest of my life. And if you guys are young like I am, no. Social Security is not going to be around if I was working a regular 9 to 5. When it became time for me to retire. So we gotta, first of all, let's rid ourselves of that mindset. Let's throw that out of the window, right? Let's not depend on what somebody else is telling that you're worth, but let's try to establish what you know you're worth. Let's create that, right? So goals, money, cars, houses, all those type of things, right? But I heard somebody else over here say it earlier, assets, right? No, the most amazing piece about credit is that no matter how many people I talk to, wherever I'm going, most people don't understand credit, right? So we have this nice slide here to show this. And this, again, I want you guys to look at this because I'm certain that a lot of people in this room are not 720 and above. But don't get discouraged because we all had to start somewhere. All right. I've been as low as $3.99 myself. I said $3.99. That's not a Happy Meal. That's not something I'm saying, like, my credit has been trashed completely. This is part of the reason why I do this myself, because I was able to also fix my own credit, right? The biggest advocate for anything is going to be yourself. So if I'm going to get up here and talk to you guys in regards to credit and how to fix it, how to maintain it, how to grow it, I have to be a product of my own thing. So we're going to look at this scale and not $3.99 and say that $5.20 is worse, right? This is the bottom of the barrel here for today's purposes. Most oftentimes, well, I'll ask the question. So for all of us that in here, and I got both hands raised, right, that acknowledge that we had bad credit, do you know why you had bad credit? Just throw something out there. Let me. That's a different seminar. but it's actually a good point. I'll bring that up in a little bit. Some utilization. That's a good one. What say it again? Okay. Yeah. No credit is almost the same as bad credit. That's a good one. You got, sir? No education. That's really great right there. Actually, that's probably the best answer today. Again, in our communities, credit is not talked about. In our schools, credit is not taught. So most oftentimes we don't know how to even, if you have credit, how to keep it. Why? What should I be paying? Somebody said utilization, right? Utilization, which is amazing because you can have credit at some point. You might have had $750 and everybody and their mama approved you for a credit card because you went online and was like, ooh, girl, I got $10,000. And then you spent the $10,000 and you didn't think about, I have to pay this back, right? So all you thought about was how many Gucci shoes you can go get, you know, how much hair you can buy, these bundles. Look, they're gonna act like they don't do that, but we think about spending more than we think about saving, right? Because you can utilize that same credit card, that same $10,000 to go put down Marsha's plan to go get a house, to go get a car, or, you know, investment property, Airbnb, all those good things that you can do with it when you learn how to utilize credit. The other thing, the big thing, and I'm gonna go back to this real quick, is utilization. Utilization is like 40% of your credit score, okay? There's another 60% that's all broken down, but utilization is almost 40% of your credit score. So that means if I have a $10,000 credit limit and I'm using $7,000 of that credit limit, I'm now using 70% utilization on that credit card. And if that's the only credit I have, my credit score could have went from a 750 when I got it to a 650. Right? Strictly off utilization. You could have made all your payments on time, which is like $25, you know, every month, whatever, right? And if you're using that money, you know, that sounds great. You're like, oh, you just pay this $29 every month and I still have this credit card. That's amazing. It sounds good. But your utilization is high. You're killing yourself because you're slowly going more and more in debt. Once that utilization is up, now the interest rates are tacking on every month, right? You're drowning yourself in debt again. That's not the goal. So let's utilization. Remember, the magic number is 30%. Y'all heard that, right? Credit utilization, magic number is 30% across the board. So if you can have a variation of credit cards, installment. First of all, does anybody know the different types of credit that you can obtain? Installment is one, definitely. Revolving. What is a revolving credit? A credit card. Does anybody know why it's called revolving? All right. So it's called revolving because, or in bank term, it's called line of credit, which basically means if they give you $10,000, you can use all $10,000 if you so choose. You can pay all of that off, plus whatever interest they add, and you can reuse that again. So it will forever be revolving. Unless you get to that point where you use all $10,000, you don't make that payment, then it goes to late payment, then it goes to late payment, then it goes to charge off. Whole nother conversation, right? But that's revolving just basically means you can use it as many times you need to use it. And as long as you pay it off, you'll always have that available. Revolving. Installment. Anybody know what installment is? Car loan. Anything that has a term, right? If you go get furniture from Rooms to Go, Ashley's, wherever you can, Tony, wherever you like to go, that's going to give you credit. You now have an installment. Your car loan is normally 60 months, 48 months, 72 months. Those are terms. Jewelry stores give you terms. Those are installments. So the variation of credit you would need to have, for most banks, they want to see at least 1 or 2 lines of revolving credit, and they would like to see at least 1 line of an installment. So a furniture store is pretty easy to get. Jewelry store is pretty easy to get. Once you've gotten this credit up, and we'll hit that in a second. But let's look at the score really quick. The goal for everybody, let's get everybody in here to the 800 club, right? Now, it's going to take us some steps to get to the 800 club, so I don't want y'all to think that there's a magician out back, they snap the fingers, and tomorrow, because it doesn't work like that. However, if you're in here today, we're going to work it out. Well, it wasn't blank, but there it goes. It's just taking the time to load. So one of the things that we do, and first of all, let me backtrack, because I don't think I did this. My name is Ryan Akers, right? Hello, everyone. Right, I'm going a little backwards here. The name of my company is Akers Consulting LLC. What we do at Akers Consulting LLC is a gambit of things, but what I'm here to talk to you specifically about today is credit sweep counseling or credit sweep service. Most common practice in today's society, you'll hear 1 million companies sell you on what credit repair is. Right, there's tons of them. There's FES, financial education system. There's mom and pops. There's your sister does credit repair because she went and paid $200. I mean, like, it's out here. So I know that y'all understand that anybody in the mama can do credit repair. We're gonna skip past that real quick, and I'm gonna touch on that at the end. Or whatever it wants to. Okay, let me pull it up really quick. So since it's doing this, trade line services are in addition to credit repair. So let me bounce back. Credit sweep services. Can anybody tell me what is credit repair? Does anybody know what credit repair is? Oh, that's a good one. She said disputing. What are we disputing? That's a good one. She said fixing what you jacked up. That's probably like the realest answer. Fixing what you jacked up. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. She's saying that you can also fix any extra addresses that you've ever put down there. If your name has been misspelled by a letter, any kind of way, you can take that off of your credit as well. Those also have adverse effects on your approval ratings from banks and or credit cards. So if you have too many addresses on there on your credit report, so if you use Ray Ray and Bam Bam and them's address to put your kids in school 10 times, that's on your credit report. And if you've gotten multiple credit cards using your mama's address, then your address, then Boo Boo's address, then you're adding this up, and the creditors are going to look at that as instability, right? So now you want these people to give you a line of credit or some money, something that you may not have earned, or maybe your credit worthiness, right? Pay attention to the wordplay. Credit worthiness to them says okay, but they don't know if they really trust you, right? So you remove those. Really, you should only have 1 or 2 addresses on your credit report for the sake of, right? But let's say we knock out credit. We'll use credit repair currently, right? Because that's most common. So people are going to credit repair companies, and you pay them a service fee to do credit, and maybe they knock some stuff off of your credit. However, let's say you're paying these bills right now, your credit is down at 30%, and they've done some credit repair for you, and you're still at 600. But all your negative credit is off, right? What may need to happen is a service also trade line, or most commonly known as piggybacking. Piggybacking, does anybody know what piggybacking is? What is it, sir? Yes, sir. Yeah, I heard the word. Authorized user. Most commonly known as authorized users. Correct. Correct. Yeah, that's not a benefit. So, for those that are familiar with piggybacking, if someone adds you to their credit card, you want to make sure that we just talked about utilization. What did I say the utilization should be? All right. So if somebody's going to add you to their credit card, you should ask them, what is your credit utilization on this credit card? Right? You don't care about everything else they have, but on this credit card that you're getting ready to add me to, your Discover card, or your Amex, or whatever it is that you have that you've been maintaining first, paying good payment history for however long this card has been opened and keeping it balanced, is your utilization 30% or below? Because if it's not, that's not a good trade line for you. But why is that important for someone to add you to a trade line or for you to become an authorized user? There you go. So we'll get to that in a second. That's also correct, though. Over here, I think I heard them say that it will boost your score. And that's absolutely correct. This is why this is common practice right now. People use piggybacking all the time. And again, in our community, it's not taught. Most of us don't have credit. But what we should be doing is when we do obtain this credit, once you guys get out of this seminar and in these 60 days, your life starts to turn around and you guys have these credit scores of 680, 700, 800 even. If you have children, it is imperative, especially if you have teenagers, to talk to them about credit, right? Because in their schools, they're not learning this. Well, let's take it back. When I was growing up, I graduated in 99. I know I look good, thank you. When I was in school, I used to see Asians drive to school in brand new BMWs, brand new Lexuses. I'm from California, so I don't know what they drove in Texas, but in California, that's what they was driving. And I know that for a fact, and I had a 2-door Geo Metro hatchback 1992 that looked like a roller skate, okay? It was horrible. I'm 6'1", I could barely fit in the car. But these people are driving BMWs, and I'm talking about brand new too. I'm not talking about like 1980 and 19. These are brand new BMWs. How are they able to obtain this, and why? And why don't we know about that? Credit. Their parents add them to credit cards early, that their utilization is at 30% or below, mind you, and now they're getting credit based off of your parents' credit, right? So if you have a child that's 17 or 18 and they're getting ready to graduate and your credit card now is showing this great history, your utilization now is showing this great history, it costs you absolutely nothing to add this person to your credit as an authorized user. Now, you do not have to give your child this credit card. It's specifically for them to gain credit and credit worthiness. Now, when they graduate, as a gift, if you want to take them to the car lot and say, hey, this is your first purchase. You know, you have a job now, you're in college, you want to learn responsibility, this is what we're going to do. You can pay this car note. You have an 812 credit score because you have no negatives. That means hopefully you didn't use their credit while they were young to get a credit card or a phone in their name. Y'all laughing like I'm not talking serious right now, right? Light bill. You understand? So if we didn't butcher their credit, they should be able to have an 800 credit score very easily. And even if you did butcher it, let's just say you did do that, right? Now, put this now on their credit to get that taken off, to raise that level of the negative that you have on there. Trade line. Yes, ma'am. I would say, exactly, I would say 16. My daughter is 16. I have her on 2 credit cards. Her credit score is better than mine. But she doesn't even understand it right now. And again, I'm not telling you guys anything that I'm not already teaching and or practicing in my own life, right? It's important for our kids to understand the value of credit and the value, period, of, how much gas costs, why it costs $2.50, why you can't go everywhere when you want to, just because you want to, because you got to put gas back in the car or insurance. Anyway, that's whole nother seminar. The other thing that we do in my company is also business credit, but we'll jump at that a little bit later. One of the best things that I'm proud about with my company, we've been in existence for 5 years, I've been an entrepreneur for 12, is real results, right? A lot of people will tell you that they have a company, but they can't give you proof, or there's no one to say that what it is that I say that I do is factual, right? When you go to credit repair seminars, or when you listen to somebody talk online about how they change 1 million people's lives and all this type of stuff, you be like, I don't know none, right? Each and every one of you will have the opportunity to say, I was one. I'm the person that he helped change. I'm the person that I went to this seminar, I sat there, I attained this knowledge, my credit is blah, 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 right? And I do have a young lady that's in this room that I saw that was an ex-client of mine, right? So I'm really proud about that right now, because she's in here, she's taking the knowledge that she has, the credit that she has, and now she wants to get into home buying and investing, and that's really dope for me to be able to have that. So keep forward. Customer service is also good, but you guys already should know that. All right, now let's touch bases really quick for people that don't understand the difference between what I do, which is credit sweeping, and what a common practice of credit repair is. Someone earlier said that credit repair is disputing things off of your credit. That is 2,000% correct, right? The person that does credit repair, the company that does credit repair, is simply sending a dispute letter of sorts. There's hundreds of dispute letters, by the way. They're simply sending a dispute letter to the creditor that says, hey, this is mine, but would you mind maybe taking it off my credit, please? Right. And unless it's 7 years old, they're not going to do it. Right. Now, there are some in that field, because before I started doing this, I was doing credit repair. So there are certain times of the year where a credit repair company will have great success. That's normally at the end of the year and the very beginning of the year. The reason for that is they get bombarded, right? It's the end of the year. They have 30 days to prove that this debt is yours when they send a dispute letter. At the end of the year, most people ain't thinking about it. Half the time, half the people are off work for Christmas vacation, New Year's, blah, blah, blah. So people that do credit repair, at the end of the year, you might get 1 or 2 things knocked off your credit report. Great. Credit sweeping, however, what we offer is all of your collection items, all of your negative items, and any closed accounts that were late delinquent, showing negative, we're gonna get those removed. We basically tell the credit bureau, not the company, we tell the credit bureau directly. Can anybody name the credit bureaus? There's 3. Awesome. Amazing, amazing, that's good. I'm glad everybody knows those. So we basically tell all 3 credit bureaus, we don't want this on our credit anymore. And then obviously there's a formula, there is paperwork that goes with that, but they have to remove it. They have to remove it. There's legalities with credit, just like everything else. Most oftentimes you sign a contract when you're trying to get credit or apply for credit. But how many times have you guys ever read the whole contract that you gave somebody permission to do something? Right. Did they ever tell you that you give them permission to do this? No. Do you guys know how inquiries are done, are developed? When you go to that car lot, because you got a 600 or a 620 credit score, you're like, ooh, I'm about to kill them. Interest rate about to drop. I'm about to go from 24 to 18, baby. Which is still bad, by the way. But the car finance companies most often they use a method called shotgun, which is they have you fill out an application and they just send it to every person or every bank that they think will give you money. CarMax is most commonly known for this practice. They're pretty good at what they do. That's why the no haggle price. They'll have like 10 different banks that approved you for this is your down payment, this is the interest rate, blah, 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 blah. Well, they shotgunned your stuff. So even if you only use one of those banks, you're gonna have inquiries from 10 banks tomorrow. And inquiries are points on your credit report. We agree? Right. An inquiry is normally 3 points per inquiry, just so y'all can have this tucked in the back of your mind. So inquiries are also bad, but we can remove those as well. But sweeping, we demand the credit bureaus to delete these particular accounts, right? And I've had people that have, for men and or women who are single parents and have had issues previously and they've corrected them, and you have the Office of Attorney Generals that's still showing somehow that you negative, even though you done caught up your payments, we can get those off. Now, I'm not talking to that father or mother, and you know you owe $50,000 in child support because you have not paid. I'm sorry. You know, this cannot help you. But if you genuinely have taken care of those type of debts, cool, we can remove old student loans. Right? I know that kills most people because I'm like, I got $80,000 in student loan debt. It's never going to go away. We can remove those. Not new student loans. So if you just graduated last month, 2 months ago, you about to graduate, and you like, can I get this off tomorrow? No. Okay? But if you have old student loans, we can remove those as well. What? Yeah, you know, Wednesday, today, right? No, a couple of years, most common, like 3.5 years and older, right? And if it's definitely older than that, we rocking and rolling.
What if they're that old, but they still like say current?
Deferred. So if they're current and you're paying them, here's a plus and a minus. So when you remove credit or you get credit deleted, if you have no credit and we delete bad credit, your credit score is going to drop if you don't have any current revolving or installment credit on there. So that's why you might hear somebody say, man, I got my credit clean. I don't got none of my credit no more, but my score went down. Well, you have, there's nothing new. There's nothing on there currently that's revolving, right? Same thing with student loans. Sometimes student loans, even though they're showing current, well, a lot of times if they're showing current, you're good because that's showing a creditor that you can pay this back, right? However much money that is, even if it is $100,000. So, and we can get into that in a second just because banks look at that, but they're not really harping on that as debt. That's like if you're trying to buy a house, maybe they look at it, but they're going to look at what you're paying versus everything else. So with the credit sweep service, as opposed to credit repair also, credit repair is a month-to-month service. That's why these companies charge you a $200 upfront fee, and then they'll charge you $69. Or Lexington Law does, $50 to $100, depending on what you want, right? And then some of these companies will also give you the letters. So you're going to pay them for them to repair your credit, and then you have to go online, type up the letter that they give you, and then you have to mail it off. But you're paying them every month. I want you to understand that, right? And I can't be the only person in here that's done that, right? I was trying to figure out, why am I giving them my money? Just because they have a letter that I can print from offline. I can go on Google and find a dispute letter and do it for free. Anyway, it's mindset, like Marsha said earlier, mindset. But common credit repair is normally a 6-month period to a year period because they're disputing. We work in 45 to 60 days, okay? So definitely faster results with credit sweep services. The other thing is, when you are dealing with credit repair, you normally deal with disputes. Disputes make you look good for 30 days. And this is how. When the dispute letter is sent to the credit bureau or the creditor, normally the credit bureau is first. The credit bureau then has to hit the creditor who's extended you that credit to see if this is valid. They have 30 days to respond. During that 30-day time period, this particular thing on your credit is blocked, which essentially raises your credit score. So you'll see people that are going through credit repair the first month, they're like, this is great. My score is up. This is amazing. And everything. The question that I get most common is oh, it's going to come back. Well, the reason it comes back is because it was disputed. These people then verified that you signed something, right? This is actually yours. Or you went online, you put in all your information, your mama's name, your last name, and everything else. So they verified that this is yours. Now the dispute comes off. That block comes off. Trade line back on your credit. Credit score dropped again. And now you feel like, dang, I just wasted my money. But these people are telling you, I don't know why it happened. And we're just naive to say, well, that's cool because I did see it fall off. I'm going to pay you another $100 this month. hopefully you could do it better this time. No. We do it with permanent deletions. So the information and the letters that you get back from the credit bureaus, I cannot doctor. They come straight to you. It's going to say deleted. And I'll show you what that looks like here in a second. If it says deleted from the credit bureau, not Acres Consultant, right? It's done, right? The credit bureau, because they're not going to go back on their word. So the credit bureau is going to show deleted. The only time that old credit can pop back up after it's deleted is if the creditor sells that debt, right? Which most oftentimes, if the credit bureau sees our information that we already sent in on your behalf and they see that it's the same debt, they won't put it back on there. So, but that's the only time you might see something, and it's not going to be immediate. So no long-term disputing. We're not going to dispute for a year, but that also comes with a price because we work fast. So it's not cheap. It's not $99 a month, right? So I want y'all to get that understanding. Is anything good cheap? All right, I was just curious. Again, no monthly payments. We deal with real results, and everything we do is 100% legal and works because of the law. I'm gonna touch that in a second. I'm gonna go back to that. These are actually some real results from a client that I did, I think it says in April to June. So if you can look at that, anybody who's good at math in here knows that that's 160 points, 160 plus points, right? Those are real deletions that got that client to that amount. And that client is amazed right now, right? 515 to 689. I don't know, guys. I feel like I'm going to go get me a new Benz or something. Don't do that, though. But I'm just saying, this is what, I should have put the other slide up there, which I thought was in there, so I'm going to get somebody. But anyway, you'll see that it says there's 0 closed accounts. This person had a bunch of closed accounts that were negative, so we took them off. If you look at the other slide that we've so delicately highlighted in blue underneath, these are real deletions. This is actually from Experian. These are real deletions. So that's Credit One Bank. I know somebody in here got a Credit One credit card. You ain't got to say it, right? HC Processing Center, which is a collection agency. IQ Data, which was broken lease. That's a company that most apartment companies use to report your broken lease on if you have a broken lease. Living Fund is a collection agency, and they are one of the biggest ones. So you might see them or a company called Portfolio in your credit report if you have anything that's delinquent or negative. Those are two of the biggest companies for that. National Auto Lenders. Obviously, it was a high-priced car that somebody had when their credit score was 510, and they went and paid 25% interest for that car, and they didn't pay it off, obviously, because we deleted it. And within WebBank, Fresh Start. Results, those are deleted. An 800 credit score, right, has more purchasing power than just having $100,000 cash. Do you guys agree with that? Can anybody tell me why that is, though? Yes, ma'am. Wow. That's an amazing answer, by the way. Can you repeat that one more time?
The 800 credit score has more buying power because the $100,000 cash is liquid cash.
Mm-hmm.
It could be $300,000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because of your 800 credit score, you show financial responsibility.
Amazing. So thank you, by the way. That's why when we see individuals normally who are on TV, or with the exception of ball players, right? Because we've all seen ball players, they have all this money. They could go buy stuff cash. They're not using their credit. Most oftentimes their credit sucks. And I know this personally because I fix a lot of their credit. Their credit is horrible. I don't even understand how you got out of college, somebody gave you $22 million and never told you about credit. But it happens to us a lot. But getting that 800 credit score is amazing because at that point you can literally walk into a bank, walk into a car lot. You're not paying anything down. You can pick what you want, what color you want, what rims you want, when you want to deliver it, and they're going to deliver it to you. And then your interest rate will be 3%, 2%. Like very low. And I learned about credit. I was raised by a military man. And my father, I called him Sergeant Slaughter growing up because
right there.
It was crucial in my house. However, one of the best things that he did for me was to show me financial responsibility, right? Which is very key. He used to penny pinch. I used to ask for $10 to go to the movies. This is in the 90s because it costs like $50 to go to the movies now. But $10 to go to the movies, and I used to have to paint a house, wash and wax cars, become a carpenter, do people's lawn. And y'all laughing. I'm telling you for real. If he was here right now, he would be like, yes, and blah, blah, blah. Like, it got to the point where I didn't even ask for money no more. I was just like, I'm not going. My friends used to be like, hey, man, you got a car and everything. Let's go to the movies. I'm not. Are you going to come do all this stuff with me? Because I'm not finna do it for $10. But what he was showing me then, I didn't even understand until I became a grown man. The value of money, the value of a thing. You can always obtain things, but there's value in it. So understand that, and then you won't necessarily just blow it. This is what an 800 credit score actually looks like. You guys probably never seen that before, but it does exist. Just wanted to show you that it can be obtained. This is a young lady I know. This is an 803, okay? You can do it. You can do it. Anyway, we'll get past that. Listen, this is the theme for this topic right now is credit. And I just want you to understand that even if you have bad credit today, you can make the switch to get and obtain good credit. And you will need good credit going forward in this process with Marsha and going forward in life in general to do a plethora of things. I heard the young lady say you needed credit to be an entrepreneur, right? You definitely need it to obtain financing, as she just said. And if you got 800, we now know that you can get 300,000 or more. Yeah, there you go. As long as you show good payment history. But having that and being said, who is ready right now to get their credit life in order? I'm not taking money. I just want to know if you're ready, because coming to this seminar and getting all this good information and soaking up this game that's being given doesn't happen often in our community, especially for the low price of what you paid to get in here right now. Not happening. I think 2 weeks ago they had a home buying seminar, and it was like, I think they did a free charge. However, at the end of the seminar, they wanted you to pay $50,000. Yeah, 50. Yeah, that's what I said. Everybody in here is like, well, I ain't doing that. But do you know how many people were able to walk to that counter after it was over and say, here you go. Here goes my $50,000. I want to invest. I want to be, a business partner with you, and did it without flinching because they've obtained credit, right? They're not using their money. First of all, I'm going to say this term and then I'm going to get out of here. Does anybody know what OPM is? So we are aware. Unfortunately, we just use our own money. Right, so you guys are all smart and intelligent. I appreciate your time. I'm not going to bore you any longer, but I will give the mic back over to Marsha. Hopefully I gave you some information that you can use.
Hey, y'all ready? All right, y'all. I'm about to give y'all what y'all came here for. I think I need that. So she put my
Excuse me,
slide up.
Marsha.
Yes.
There was one person online that had a question. Do you want to take it now, or? Okay. Put my eyes on. Jessica wants to know, will things stay off your credit even if you haven't paid the debt after you do the credit sweep?
What was her name? So Jessica, yes, it's permanent, sweetie, it's permanent. One more thing too, I want to express this to people. For those who have a bad debt or something that's on your credit report, let's say you have a credit card and now it's shown as a collection item. You're gonna have people that are gonna call you to say, hey, we're such and such collection agency and we'd love to get this off of your credit. We'll give you a settlement. You can pay half of this debt and we will show that it's paid in full. What does that do once you pay that debt for your credit report? What does it do?
Start it over.
So it starts it over. But you just paid this, right? Does anything happen to your credit score?
Yeah, it's gonna drop it.
In some cases, it will drop. In most cases, absolutely nothing, right? So if you're out there in TV land, and for those of you guys that are here, once it hits your credit report as a collection item, it's done. There's no reason at all for you to then pay that debt. Period. I don't care what it is, medical, whatever. Once you get a debt on your credit report as a collection item, do not pay it, because at that point you just give it. And if you want to give money away like that, please call my office. We'll be over there to the left. I'll gladly take it for you. But do not pay it, because nothing is going to happen. You're just going to show them that you finally went back and paid them. The creditor, who has already gotten paid and wrote off your debt anyway, is just now thanking you. And the collection agency company is also thanking you. So don't do that. Contact us and we'll help you out.
Okay, he gave you some good nuggets on credit and credit building, and I'm going to kind of piggyback on some things he said. When I finish, what we're going to do is I am going to be introducing the plan of action. Those of you who brought your credit report and are ready to move forward, we're going to give you the plan of what you need to do to get started. And then we're going to take a break, and we're going to come back and talk about mortgages. And I know those of you who are here about business, we're going to talk about that real briefly. And then we're going to be out of here by 1 o'clock. Okay? All right. Every day you continue to accept bad credit as another day you are leaving millions on the table for someone else to enjoy. Now, he said your credit is worth 1,000 plus. I say your credit is worth millions. Anybody really believe that? How you know your credit is worth millions? What do you need to have to get those millions? A plan. Who said that? A plan. Because the millions is not going to just come to you just because you think it's worth $1 million. You got to have a plan in place to get the million. And I'm going to give y'all one. No one owes you anything. Okay? You owe you. You owe you. How long are you going to use you have bad credit as an excuse for not having better? You still renting? Still paying high interest? Living paycheck to paycheck? Lack of education? And paying for what you want and begging for what you need? The main thing that you guys have to understand, like he said, was being educated. You have to get educated on credit. I see so many people online who go through credit repair, and the first thing I see them doing, posting they got a new car. And I'm like, really? Why did you do that? And you bought a high-end car, and you're parking it in your parking lot at your apartment. Mindset. How about you buy the house first to put that high-end car in your garage? Again, we don't want to work the process. We want what we want instead of thinking about what we need. And that's one of the things I'm definitely going to help you guys out with today. Everybody know their credit scores, right? Everybody printed them out? Because I know some of you all were having challenges, you didn't see them, but everybody knows your scores. We're going to do a quick exercise here in a minute. Doing nothing changes nothing. Do you know what your scores mean? So, what I want everybody to do, real quick, if you have your 3 credit scores, write on your paper your 3 credit scores. Whatever it is for Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. Subtract 800 from each score. That's how many points you need to get to 800. This part of your plan. You say you want 800 credit scores, how are you going to get there? How many points do you need? You list what your score is for Experian, what your score is for TransUnion, what your score is for Equifax. And at the top of each score, put 800. And you're going to subtract the 800 from each score. How many points do you need to achieve 800 credit scores? Because once you know how many points you need, now you know how you can put the calculations together, like he was talking about trade lines, what do you have to have deleted, what inquiries need to be removed. All those things will help you to get to that number. But you got to know what that number is. All you know is you want 800 credit scores. I'm helping you right now to put your credit plan together. When you get your number, raise your hand. How many what you need?
Experian need 243, Equifax 270, and TransUnion 264.
So on average, you need at least 200 points. Okay? Who else? Green dress. Okay. Y'all with these 200 numbers, y'all gonna be a huge testimony. Because that's a lot of points. Man, when y'all get to 800, y'all better start doing a dance. Because that's gonna be awesome.
I need 96 for my Experian, 98 for my Equifax, and 94 for my TransUnion.
Okay, so she's less than 100. Is that yours or his? I remember your score's been that low. Valerie?
191 TransUnion, 187 Experian, 220 Equifax.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. Those of you who given me these 200, let me just say 100 plus numbers, or really 150 plus. That means you have a lot of negatives on your credit report. And if you have a lot of negatives, that means you don't have many or any positives. So, like he was saying, with the credit sweep, you're gonna have to do a combination of two. Yes, they clean off, and then you add, okay, trade lines to help build your credit. Because if you get the right trade line, a trade line by itself can add 50 plus points. There's 100 points right there. If you get a real massive trade line, it could add almost 75 plus points per trade line. So that could be half your battle. Yes.
I have a real question. If you have been the sole financial person for your family, like everybody come to you for everything. Oh, I'm sorry. If you've been the sole person for your family, brothers, sisters, auntie, uncles, whatever, and you're everybody else's lifeline, and you don't have a lifeline, then how do you find these trade lines? I think you said it was called. If we've been the person that's always been it for everybody else to a certain degree, not adding to our credit or whatever, but we've been the one helping them out of their sinking boats throughout the years. So then you kind of find yourself out here on this island by yourself.
But ain't that's why you're here?
Well, I mean, I know that's why I'm here. I'm just saying we're trade lines for these people out here on these islands by themselves. You the trade line? Okay. Well, I'm just asking. I'm sorry. I just wanted to
Did
ask.
I not say earlier, everything you need is right here? You didn't hear me. You weren't listening to me then. And you in the front row.
We're crossing all that.
Oh, she was sneezing? Okay, I'm gonna let you work on that one. Like I said, everything, I'm telling you. You ever heard the truth? It don't get no realer than this. I know you're not supposed to toot your own horn. It don't get no realer than this. He real too on his credit because I don't do that. That's him. But everything else, I get your whole life together. I told you, you're going to pinch yourself because you're going to think, how she do that? I'm good at what I do. So all y'all in here, but I don't have no money. I don't have no trade lines. I don't know nobody with no trade lines. I don't know anything about money. I don't know anything about credit, home buying. You're looking at the solution. That's why I said, waste this opportunity. kick rocks, because I'm not fooling with you. You get one chance to mess this opportunity up. If you get in your life is not important to you, it sure ain't important to me.
Okay. I have a quick question in regards to what I thought was going to help, but to me personally, I didn't see this work for me. I felt like all your other strategies did. I took advantage of that self-lender and
Did I tell you to do that?
No, you did not.
Okay.
And I will say that. You did not tell me to
I
do
didn't tell
that.
you
And
to
I
do
had
that.
already paid when I did it. And that's when you advised and said, no, you shouldn't have did that. I saw my score increases from what you advised versus when self-lender got added on. They just basically was accumulating all of my points I've acquired and said, oh, your score has gone up 50 points from what I did in the midst of the process. So I'm not a fan of them, but everybody always advises them to utilize that. So
Because they don't know what I know.
Okay.
They only
But
know
for
what
people who don't know what
hear
they
everybody
know,
else do.
they need to know.
Like I told you, I don't think in the box. I'm outside the box. So a lot of things y'all are gonna hear are gonna be a little bit different, okay? Because you gotta be, this credit game, and that's what it is. It's a game. You gotta know how to play it. Yes, y'all sitting here talking about you can need 200 plus points. Yeah, that's a lot of points, but and when you know how to play the game, it's a wrap. And y'all, some of y'all are discouraged. I know some of y'all, you probably took maybe 3 or 4 days to pull your credit report because you didn't want to look at it. Because you already knew it was bad. But the point is, you guys have an opportunity right now, like he said, 800 credit scores? Y'all have no clue. That is obtainable for everybody in here. And I know some of y'all, like he said, y'all see what it does look, it's real. I was trying to pull up my husband's because I don't have 800 credits. Let me tell you right now, because I just got some extra funding for me and my scores dropped because I have new accounts. So I can't show you 800 on mine, but I'm in the 7s, but I'm not in the 8s, but he is. But the point of it is, it's real, okay? But in conjunction with them 800 credit scores, you got to know how to manage it. Because when you know what you got, again, for those of you who don't believe me, you could have not even 2 pennies to rub together, but have 800 credit scores. Walk in any bank. You can get whatever you want. That's why I keep telling y'all see me posting in the group. I'm talking about y'all talking about you don't have no money, and I keep posting, get your credit together. Get your credit together. Get your credit together. Your credit can change the whole game. This whole process, the reason y'all here, we starting off talking about credit. Y'all came here to get money to help with your credit. Because when I get them scores where they need to be, I'm going to just tell you, just have a seat. Let me go to work. Because I'm going to show you how real I am. And all of this happened, like he said, OPM. That OPM is real. Y'all think it's a game. Y'all sitting here trying to make your life on your money. Your money ain't long enough. But them other people with that OPM, I just got my husband $85,000. Okay? I got me $135,000. And I'm gonna work on Erin, the one that was up here. I'm gonna work on her tomorrow. I'm going home and go to bed. But I'm gonna work on her tomorrow. And all of that is because you have good credit. Them people don't care what you have in the bank. They don't ask about your bank statements. They don't ask about, but they do ask about your income. But them credit scores is what's gonna get you to the next level. And I keep stressing this. Y'all keep sitting here struggling and trying to make it and faking it, and you not focusing on this credit. Everybody want a quick fix. Oh, well, I don't want to pay all that for no credit. Okay, well, you stay broke. Because as for me and my house, we about to go get this money. But real talk, this credit is the real deal, y'all, for real. I don't care what struggles y'all have. I don't care if your husband and wife you're fussing, okay? I don't care if you got kids going to college. Those of you, somebody said kid going in a couple of years, I think it was Christina. How would it feel to go check in and they tell you to go fill out your FAFSA? And you like, for what? So you can get the student loan. No, I'm gonna go over here and pay this bill, but it's $12,000, and You got to pay it all at one time. Okay. Baby! Woo! Y'all know that would be a good feeling. Especially those of you with student loans right now. Come on, y'all. You know you walk up in there with an attitude. I got my life together. That is like amazing. And those of you know you got kids on the way, you got time to get that. You got time to do that. Don't set your kids up to do what you've done. I told you, your procrastination is going to hold up the future for you and your family. And it all starts with credit. And I know some of you be like, well, Marsha, I ain't got no money. I mean, I really don't have no money. We're going to put together a solution. But that solution involves us all working together. Okay? I know y'all been sitting here a couple hours next to some people. Hopefully y'all said, hey, how you doing? What's your name? Because I'm going to put together something here that's going to blow y'all mind. Because I told you, I'm trying to stop getting and being connected with crabs. I'm trying to work with people who are ready to make moves. Because we got work to do. But we can only do it if we all go together. Okay? Y'all done got me all excited. Okay, your credit report is your financial report card. So right now, when anybody look at your credit and you have these low scores, that's telling them you don't manage your money. And if you don't manage your money, they're not going to give you no money. So we got to clean that up. And that's what he's going to do. Y'all already know how many points you need. So on your plan, I know y'all making all these scattered notes, but that's going to go on your plan under credit. How many points you need? Because that's going to be real important when we start building your credit. You got to address your negatives, but I'm not going to address them right here because that's what his job is. We talked about that OPM because OPM can basically get you whatever you want. We don't even have to sit here and list all this. What do you want? That is what OPM is going to get you. Some of y'all want to do real estate investing. Some of you want to travel. Some of you want a house. Some of you want a car. Some of you just want to say, I got money. Okay? I ain't even got to spend it. Just know I have it. Because I don't know what that feels like. Because I'm going to tell you like this here. How would you feel, know you've been living paycheck to paycheck, and to know you got access to $40,000? You don't really have anything to buy right now. But for those of you who've been struggling so long, how would it feel to know that you can go put your hands on $40,000 right now? I mean, come on, guys. That's what it's all about. That is financial freedom. That is what this is about. I am free to be able to put your hands on what you need, not to have to go get a payday loan, a title loan. Oh, I need to go borrow money, and people going to give you the third degree because I really don't have it. What happened to your money? You work every day. That is financial freedom. That's why I post this and tag this on a lot of my posts. I am free, because that's what it's about. It's about you being free. But you got to be free in your mind. One of the things that, for those of you who want to buy a house, who are my homeowners within the next 6 months, well, really the next 4 months, because this is going to be really important for you if you get in Credit Suite. One of the things that you got to do, dispute comments. So if he's disputing anything, you got to make sure you remove those comments. If you don't remove those comments, the lender's going to ask you to remove them, and your scores are more likely going to drop. A lot of people don't realize that. So you got to make sure you're not just looking at your report, oh, I got a 790 credit score. Look at each account. You got to do more than just look at your scores. Look at each account and see what comments are listed. Make sure there's nothing negative listed. Now, when we talk about building credit, and this is pretty much for everybody. You want to remove the negatives, and you want to put on the positives. For those of you who have no credit, trade lines is going to be your best friend. For those of you who already have credit and your cards are maxed out, paying your cards down is going to be your best friend. They say 30%, I say pay them below 10. You want to be as low as possible. Now, if you can pay them off, go for it. But definitely below 10. Trade lines is like the game changer. And I say it's a game changer because a lot of people say, well, what are trade lines? He already explained it to you. That's just something we don't talk about. Okay? Because most of us don't have credit. If we do, we got the credit, but what is it? Credit, what you call it? Not credit, what the credit?
Credit Karma?
Not Care Credit. Oh my God.
Credit Karma?
Credit One, thank you. We got the Credit One, our First Premiers. They don't give you that much of a limit. But imagine getting a card with $10,000 plus limits, $25,000 plus limits. Now you're ready to play in the game. Now you're ready to do some things. Because I already know what you gonna do with $300, $500. Your grocery bills for the money is more than that. You already done maxed that card out. But again, you guys got to get educated, and that's what I'm gonna make sure I do. All right, so I want to give y'all a breakdown, and I was going to do it on my little thing here, but they got it down there, so I'm going to talk you through it. What if you got $50,000? How would you split it up? I'm going to give you a breakdown on how to split it up. If you need more than what is coming to you directly, then we have to discuss you getting more money. But I think on average, the average person should be good with $50,000 unless you are a business owner and you're trying to build or expand your business. And again, when we have a conversation, that's one of the things that we will discuss. Told you your credit worth millions, right? Y'all see what $1 million look like? You see this breakdown. So if you got $50,000, you're going to take $10,000 to pay your bills in advance and pay off small debts. Anybody in here, well, I think this list would be smaller. Who's paying their bills once a month right now? Oh, well, look at y'all. I'm proud of y'all. That is awesome. But for the ones who didn't, which don't look like very many, this is going to help you to do that. You pay your bills once a month. That's one of the things I teach in my budget program. Pay your bills on the 25th of the month. Why the 25th? Because if you put everything on bill pay, it takes bill pay 3 to 5 days to get the checks to whoever the recipient is. So that means your bills will be paid by the 1st. Your rent, your lights, your cable, your gas, your car insurance. So pay everything on the 25th of the month and you should be good. So you'll take $10,000 and you'll dedicate it to paying your bills a month in advance and your emergency fund. Oh, your emergency fund is $5,000. I tried to split it up. $25,000, those of you interested in becoming a lender. Let me explain to you guys how that works for those of you who don't know. A lender needs to have at least anywhere from $12,000 to $25,000 to participate. So how that process works is this. You need to get money. That lender is going to give you about $2,200, not physical money. They're going to give you the value of it to get what you need to get done, which is your credit repair and your trade lines. You get up to 2 trade lines. Now, what that lender does is between you and that lender. I just put y'all together. I don't have nothing to do with that. But I'm going to come back to you in a minute on what I do have a part in. You talk to that lender, you fill out their agreement, they get all the documentation they need from you. Once they get what they need from you, they send us the money and we disperse it to who it needs to go to. Now, once you have gotten your credit pretty much done, because we would be in contact with you, we meaning my assistant, and we'll know when things are pretty much moving and shaking. When you get to a point where we can go in and start applying for funding for you, we'll do that. We'll know right away how much you got. But guess what? I'm not getting you everything. I'm only getting you enough to pay that lender back. Because if you don't pay that lender back, I'm not getting you no more money. And I promise you, I'm going to break that money up in half, and I'm going to put 2 judgments on your credit report. Because now you wasted my people's time. And you're not respecting the opportunity that was given to you. Because you're not going to do that. Somebody is helping you, and now you done bumped your head because you got a little money. We're not going to do that. Because when you do that, now that tells me I can't trust you. And if I can't trust you, I can't put you in this pool so you can be a lender to help somebody else. Now, this lender is helping you, you're going to pay them. Pay them what they're worth. I know, like he just said, you know, these people had an event a week or so ago, and they charging $50,000. You know why they charge that kind of money? Because they want to work with people who are serious about going to the next level. That's how they weed out those who want it and those who do not. They don't want to work with everybody. That's how the rich stay rich and the poor stay poor. They make things high so certain people can't get access. Y'all think it's a game. Y'all look at a lot of these programs on Facebook. All these sponsored programs, all these, what do they call them? Webinars that they're doing. They selling the product at the end. I have yet to see one product less than $1,000. I actually bought one the other night for $1,400. Y'all would probably pass out if you knew how much money I spent just this year alone, and we ain't even done yet. I believe in education. Y'all think I got here because I'm that smart? I mean, I think I'm okay. But I glean from other people. I pick and choose what I can pull out from them. Just like those of you been with me for years, hopefully you've picked and chose some things from me. Especially my realtors in the room, my loan officers in the room. Okay? I can't service all the people in Houston. What can you do to brand and grow your business? Because at the end of the day, we already know. We got credit problems and we got money problems. That's why most of y'all still renting. But what I'm presenting today is going to eliminate that. Like I told you, within the next 6 months, if your lease ends within the next 6 months, if you renew your lease, you didn't want it bad. Because remember I told you, in 60 days, you're ready to go. Everybody, whether your lease ends now or next year, in 60 days, you should be able to get pre-approved. And that's how you really want it. Because guess what? You want to be waiting. You don't want it to slide up on you and you still sitting here trying to put it together. That's called having a plan. But it starts with your credit. So, working with the lender, and then the other $10,000, start real estate investing. Did y'all notice that? At least 2 of those lines on there is your money making money. It ain't out you balling and shopping. But if y'all real smart and y'all see what I got on here, that lending part, that's extra $5,000. That can help you, okay, to do some of that stuff you want to do. Because again, if you're spending $5,000 a month, that's a problem anyway. Like seriously, that's really extra. I would say 1,000. Okay, if you just really want to do something really nice for yourself, 1,000 is good. But the other 4,000, save it. Maybe invest in some stocks. Get your kids some type of college fund, some type of tax-free retirement, which we talk about that. Okay? Those are other areas you can put that money to work. Because guess what? If y'all didn't listen to what I just said, now that money's working. Y'all don't get it. Y'all got all these pots with all this money working all over the place. Again, y'all ain't gonna know how to act. Because you got money working like crazy. But you gotta have your mind together on what to do with the money before it comes. Because if you don't do what you gotta do before it comes, it's not gonna stay with you. And if your life is still not together after you get access to this kind of money, you really don't deserve it anyway. Any questions on that? I'm gonna give y'all a strategy. Cause see,
Marsha?
I'm gonna show y'all.
2 questions online.
Yeah.
So one person's asking, can they work with Ackers Consulting? They're a realtor and would like to send people to him.
Okay.
All right. The
Put it
next
in
one
there.
is, will this be available to those watching live?
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. I keep saying your credit is worth millions. I'm gonna give y'all 2 strategies and y'all figure it out. So right now, probably got close to almost 100 of you in the room. But let's just say 50 of you said, Marsha, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to do what I gotta do. And I've worked with you guys for the next 60 days. You got your 50,000. You ready to rock and roll. You said, you know what? I don't really have no bills. I'm all in. I got to get my life together because I'm tired of this. This is not working for me. You want to put in 30 G's. So 50 of you, 30,000 is $1 million. I think it's more than $1 million. Anybody do the math on that? Okay, that's what I thought. Don't you say nothing. My husband always say, you can't add. Okay, so we take that 1.5 million and we go and purchase some land. Raw land. 5 acres. Some of y'all heard this story before. We're gonna put 70 townhomes on that land. It's gonna cost us about $175. Reason why I know, because we builders. We building right now. If you went to somebody else, trust and believe it's gonna be way more than that. You can sell those townhomes for about $325. Y'all know in Houston they really sell for way more than that. But we're gonna be conservative. So that means each townhome is gonna give us a $150,000 profit per townhome. Minus expenses, let's say $20,000. That's closing costs, paying realtor fees, paying the buyer's seller concessions. That's part of that $20,000. So we got $130,000 left times 70 units. That's $6.5 million. So all 50 of those investors gonna split that. Everybody walk away with $130,000. So technically they have $160,000 because they get their initial 30 back. So imagine being able to do that at least twice a year. Because that's a big project. You ain't gonna do that in no 2 or 3 months. So you're able to do that twice a year. That's $260. But let's just say, you know what? I'm gonna do it once, Marsha, because now I got more money. Can we make this group smaller? And I'm gonna put more in. Here we go. We got 20 investors now. They put 50 in. We purchased that same 5 acres, 70 units, $175 to build, $325 to sell it, $150 profit. Now we still got that same $6.5 million, but not everybody pocketing $325,000. Do that twice, plus that $130. That's $650, plus the 1, that's $750. What's that, $780? 80-ish? Almost 800? A little over 800. What's the number? Ain't nobody adding? When y'all around me, y'all need to have a calculator because I'm always throwing numbers out, if y'all ain't noticed. 780? Uh-huh. $780. But let's just say you want to go in stages. You say, you know what, I'm gonna do the first one, you know, the 30,000, then I'll put in, you know, the 50,000 in the next one. Let's do this last one. Because we're gonna just do it in stages. We're gonna do it with just 10 investors. Look at that bottom line. Now y'all saw how I got to that $1 million? And guess what? You started with no money. All that was with credit, OPM. That's what I mean when I say your credit is worth millions. And what y'all didn't also understand, you didn't do that by yourself. You're working with people. You're doing joint ventures. But see, when you're trying to do it on your own, it's going to take you a minute to get there. Because see, some of y'all be like, well, shoot, I'm going to figure out how I can do this on my own. I'll take all that 6.5 million. It's going to take you a lot longer to get there. But if you've established yourself, established your business, let me tell you what you can do when you get to this third project. Because see, you got 625 now. Really, you got over $1 million. Why can't you now go and get a line of credit from your bank? Because now you can show you got $1 million sitting in your bank account. And really, if you really want to just really do it big, okay, partner with somebody else from the group. Y'all two just do it. So y'all do it again, y'all split 6.5 million. Hello? But my recommendation, if you're going to do it 4 times, that 5th time, if you do it again, do it by yourself and you hold them. That means you don't sell them. Do 70 times 2,000. How much is that? Per month. That's over $1 million of income per year. Why do you have to get out your bed now? Like seriously, really, why you gotta get out your bed? You got a maid, butler, they bring you some coffee. Do y'all see how I did that? That is what Marsha Smith Consulting is putting together. Like-minded people who ready to go to the next level. I know y'all impressed with $50,000, but I just told y'all $1 million. Are you ready for that?
I got $500 right now. Hey, when I started, I had $1.
The point is, we're going to walk through this process step by step, guys. Seriously. Once you get in Credit Suite, what I'm going to do is put you into a coaching program. Ryan and I are working together. Once he gets started on you, you're going into a coaching program. You're going into my private group. I know I've done coaching before. I've done, group sessions before, but I'm doing something different this time. Because I'm giving us truly 1 year to make this happen. 1 year. When you get into this coaching program, let me tell you what's going to happen. Remember I told you about that plan y'all supposed to be putting together? It's going to be a detailed plan. I know your plan may be, I want to buy a house, but no. How much is it going to cost to buy that house? What credit scores you need? How much do you need? Who do you need? And when you're going to get it done? All your goals need to be broken down just like that. Because guess what? Now you're going to turn all those little steps into weekly tasks. Every Monday, we will have a coaching call. I am going to call you out. I'm going to have your list. You're going to have your list. When I look at your list, okay, you were supposed to do this, 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 and this last week. Did you get it done? Oh, well, Marsha, I got busy. You got to go. Because you wasted my time.
Excuse me, Marsha. On that note, can we take a break? It is 12:20. Trying to help you keep to the schedule because I know you got a lot to say.
No, we're about to wrap this up.
Oh, okay.
We're about to get up out of here early.
Oh, well.
In Jesus' name.
Mic off.
But we're going to put you in coaching, and I'm going to go with you guys step by step. I want to put it together to where we have a monthly mastermind session where we physically meet. Okay? When I say physically meet, we'll be in a room a little smaller than this, but we'll be in a room because one of the things that I want to do, yes, I'm a realtor, but I'm ready to just kind of give my deals to another realtor. I want to be the one that drive around to put together these projects. Right now, I'm giving y'all these examples, but I actually got this stuff on standby. I'm waiting for y'all to get y'all life together. Okay? I'm giving you the example, but this is real. But what I want you guys to understand, we're going to go through this step by step. We're going to get in this room, And we're going to strategize. It's not going to be about how bad it is. We're not going to be talking about, my credit is bad, I don't have no money. We're going to talk about what's the next big deal. How we got to put it together. What do we got to do? How much we need? Where is it? Remember I told you about that private jet? I know we talked about building all these townhomes, but all this ain't in Houston. We traveling. Where some of y'all from? We're going to go to your hometown. Because I guarantee you got a need there. Let us come build something in your hometown. My hometown has a need. So all this ain't just in Houston. We are literally going to travel. And in our private group, even though I have these different joint ventures, I'll post the different projects in the group. So if you know you have the means to be on that project, okay, you comment, I want to be a part of this project. And I'll tell you how many people we need and how much we need. And if you can be a part of it, yes, let's do it. There's no more games, y'all. It's game over. Only results. Some of y'all are sick and tired of being sick and tired. Half of y'all can't see straight. No. Investment is going to be in October. So for those of you that are moving forward today, okay, remember I told you 60 days. So, but you should be far along in the process to where you can get into that class. And I'm going to talk about that briefly. And like I said, I'm going to wrap this up. But that's how that process is going to go. So once you have all you need, he's got your credit together, I get you funding, then you're done. If you want to go to the real estate investing, you can join that. It's going to be a 2-day course, 2-day conference. Day 1 is going to be about business, all about business. And day 2 is going to be about different real estate projects. When I say real estate projects, some of y'all may want to do wholesale. Some of you may want to do fix and flips, which I just hate right now, especially in Houston because the market is so saturated. But again, I have projects already in different states where we can go do some deals. So again, you got to get your money right. Because I don't know about y'all, hopefully you're not scared of flying. Because my goal is I'm trying to be on a plane every month, going somewhere. And if you get the right card and you be on a plane, guess what? That vacation to Hawaii is going to pretty much be free. Because you always flying somewhere. But again, tax write-off. So what I want y'all to understand, this ain't just about credit. This ain't just about funding. And this ain't just about building your business. I'm trying to really help y'all to become financially free. And no disrespect, and I know some of y'all may not like this, but Marsha don't do a la cartes no more. So if you're not doing Credit Suite, I'm not working with you, okay? Because I'm putting together a full plan. Because this full plan is making sure you get everything. Because how many of y'all been with me for years? We already talked about that, and stuff didn't happen. I told you 60 days. If I'm giving you 60 days, that means I got to be on you and with you to make sure it gets done. So, with that being said, I'm going to give y'all the details. Oh, that's your total with all 3 strategies, $1.1 million. So y'all saying, well, how can I get started? Go ahead.
Well, it was actually more so, it's so interesting, all the stuff that you're saying right now, and how you know that God is in it, because it becomes more than just about you and the way that you're doing it. Everything that you're talking about is based on 3 concrete biblical principles. You're talking about social economics. You're talking about stewardship. And you're talking about benevolence. So for anyone who has an issue or a problem or anything with what you're doing, they're really not fighting you and they're not fighting against you. They're fighting against God. But that's why you're going and are and have been such a blessing in everybody's life. Because you're giving back. You know what I mean? And so it wasn't really a question. It was a thank you because, we've had that conversation. And I just think and was compelled to just let you know that I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. Thank you. Well, like I keep telling y'all, it's not just about me. I know some of y'all feel like you can't do anything to help somebody else in a major way, but I'm just tired of seeing us not making it. If y'all really think about it, the rent that you pay, the food that you buy, clothes that you buy, you pour into somebody else's business, making them rich. And you don't own none of it. Nobody looks like you own any of it. And I want to change that. Because I know we're talking about real estate and, going to the next level. But again, those of you who have other businesses, maybe stores, maybe hair salons, you got to understand it's not just about real estate, it's multiple streams of income. Everybody needs to have at least 2 or 3. Believe it or not, I have 7. And I'm working to get 10. Honestly, I really want 30. And I'm going to tell you why I want 30. Because one of the things that I've noticed, and some of y'all in this room can relate to this, some of y'all businesses are struggling. Y'all need help. It ain't just money. You need a freaking plan. Because you know how to make money, but you don't know how to run a business. My husband and I want to create a Houston version Shark Tank, where we help individuals build their business, market their business, and brand themselves. And we don't want to just be the only 2 sitting on the board. Y'all got money? Can y'all come? Just like I said, I want to eventually have 30 companies. Why can't you have 30? You don't run 30, but you got some interest in 30 companies, which means you got 30 streams of income. Again, I told y'all this thing is huge. But y'all got to start down here first to get there. And I'm willing to walk y'all through this process, but I need your attention. Because if we do this right, I know some of y'all impressed with $1 million, but them coins, those are real coins. Because if we do it right, even though we talked about them 70 townhomes, yeah, you make $140,000 a month, but what's the value of them 70 townhomes? Assets, y'all. Did y'all not understand what I said earlier? Assets will pay you. You guys will have more money than you know what to do with. And I know some of y'all say, well, that's a problem I need to have. But you got to be smart about it. And we got to do the right thing. Okay. We're not going to go talk anymore about your situation. You know what your situation is. We're just going to fix it. So, this is what we're going to do. So, with this credit suite, this is what I'm requiring. Okay? This ain't what he's requiring. This is what Marsha Smith Consulting is requiring. Okay? Because I need to see who's ready and who's not. Credit sweep is $1,800. Trade lines is running about $650 per trade line. So for 2, it's $1,300. If you put in $1,000, the lender will give you the rest. You pay that lender back when you get your funding. Typically, you should be able to get your funding within the first 30 to maybe 45 days, hopefully sooner. Because really, I'm going to be honest with y'all, I only need TransUnion and Experian to do what I need to do. I can wait for Equifax. They're not important to me. And typically, when they do credit sweeps, they get those done first. And when they get those done, I can do what I need to do. Once you get what you need, then guess what? You can always go back and do something with Equifax. It runs between $600 to $650. Mm-hmm. And right now, I got a guy that I'm working with, and I'm working with individuals. So if any of you in here really have some credit cards, that's another stream of income. I need more trade lines. Right now, I have about 50, which means we can only service about 25 people on trade lines. Minimum 2. Because when he removes all the negatives, in most cases, if you already have established something, it should put you in the mid to high 600s. And trade lines will put you in the 700s. So how we going to do this is like this. If you're ready today, I don't need your money today. I just need your credit report, and I need you to fill out the form. You will send us on your form, you will let us know what day next week or the week after you're available to have a 10-minute call with me, because we're going to review your credit report. This is what some of y'all gonna get mad at me. I don't care if you got a 200 credit score, but if you have not paid your credit card bill and you got a late payment, or you got a late payment on your student loan, or you got a late payment on your car note within the last 6 months, you will need to wait and fix that. Because if you're not current on your current bills, I cannot trust you enough to give you to one of my lenders. So if you know you don't have that problem, then you are okay to move forward. Once we have that 10-minute call, that 10-minute call is for us to go over your plan. For you to tell me how much money you need. Because while we have you in credit repair, you're going into my coaching program. Probably not Monday coming, but the Monday after, we jump starting. We're not waiting. But I need to make sure your head is right. I need to see what your goals are. Because I refuse to give you access to this money and you're not ready. I know you want it. I know you're excited, but you got to be ready. And if you're ready, then we'll talk about what the specifics are going forward and how things are going to run. But I've given you guys pretty much a good overview of what you need to do and how it's going to be done for you. Once you are done and I say you're good to go, I will connect you with the lender. They will send you their form. You're going to talk to them, okay? Because I need you to know who they are. They're real, because it's not me. My husband's actually going to be a lender too, but I guess I'll probably be running his. But y'all sure better not screw him, because I'm going to sure get you. But anywho, so if anybody is interested, whether it be online, did she close it down already? Okay, so if you feel that you're not ready right now, you have until next month. Remember, I told you really got 60 days. So after 60 days, you're going to have to come back to this event again, okay? Because the goal is, I want to have this event every 2 months. I don't want to have this every month. Any questions?
If you're already working with Mr. Akers and you don't need, and you don't need that part, but you need the lending part?
You already in.
Okay, but I just like the, in the trade line, I still need trade line.
Well, you just need to get that.
Okay, so do I still need to sign up, I need to wait till Mr. Akers finishes?
No, you need to get on the list.
Yes, ma'am.
Because let me tell y'all this. When you do credit, when you sign up for Credit Suite, we're going to go ahead and add the trade lines right away. Because when he gets done, you already want the trade lines to be on there. Or within 2 weeks, we will add them on. Okay? Because you don't want to wait till he's done, then we add the trade lines. Now you got to wait almost another 30 days. So now that 60-day window I gave you, that's not 60 days. It's 90 days.
So I just leave everything alone, put it in your hands?
I'm going to reach out to you.
Okay.
Because I still got to add you to the group.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So Marsha, since I already did the credit sweep, I'm just waiting for it to finish and then go to the next level?
No, and then you need to get the trade lines.
Okay.
You need to do the trade lines now.
Okay.
I have a question. What if you know someone who is willing to add you, say, for instance, as an authorized user?
Go for it.
Would that, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they won't necessarily have to charge anything.
Go for it. And let me say this. On the trade lines, that's another stream of income for those of you who have credit cards. Some of y'all with these mortgages, that's how you can pay your mortgage off. Those of you who watch these strategies I just gave you, that's how you pay your house off in 2 years. If you do that project twice a year, you get your house paid off in a year. Who does that? Do you know if you pay off a house, okay, let's say 15 years, you already done paid by double, and your house ain't worth that much. But see, some of y'all don't get it. So doing nothing, you buy an average person buying a $200,000 house, doing nothing, you're gonna pay $400,000. But you don't want to pay $3,200? Okay, You don't know money, and you sure don't need any.
Marsha. Hello. Hi, darling. I have a quick question.
Y'all gotta raise y'all hand and stand up or something.
Marsha.
What's up?
Okay, question about the trade lines. What is going to be the limit of the trade lines? I know you requested.
All the limits are 7,500 plus.
7,500
All the cards
plus?
are 8-year plus.
Gotcha.
I made sure I didn't put anything that was old. I mean, anything was young. Everything's old because you need points. You need history. You need an average of 8+ year history to get the maximum points on these trade lines. Trade lines are on for 2 months. But remember, while you have the trade lines on, your credit is already done. Remember, we're building your credit at the same time. That's what that funding is doing. No, because you got all that weight from the new stuff. But remember, your score is going to drop a little bit anyway because you have your accounts less than 6 months.
Hey, Marsha, how would the LLC funding work, please?
Raise your hand because I don't see where you at.
The LLC funding, how would that work?
The who?
The LLC.
LLC. Yes. Okay. So those of you with businesses, I forgot to tell y'all about this. Who in here has a business and you have it under your name or just a sole proprietor? You don't have it set up as an LLC or a corporation. What's with this? I can't see that. Okay, that's the problem. You need to set your company up so it's separate from you. If your company is not separate from you, then anything goes wrong with that company, it's going to fall on you. You got, again, pay the money to get what you need. Remember I said I did a post yesterday about taxes. You need to set up a business. Because if you set up a business, you can write off pretty much your whole life. Those of you who want to get a nice car, okay, buy it in your company name. That's your company car. Okay? You want to get your office building? Get your office building. Buy it in your company name. That's an office expense. You want to take your clients out to Vic and Anthony's or Capitol Grill or, Cheddar's? Write it off. That's an office expense. You want to have a party and get together? Invite a couple people. So just say we're having a strategy session. Business expense. Y'all have no idea. You can't do that under your name. You want to ball out of control and go to the next level? Let your company take care of that. But you got to set your company up. You got to get your EIN and you got to open up a separate business bank account. Once you open up your business bank account, you got to start establishing business credit. Meaning it's in your company name. Yeah, your name will be on the card too, but it's in your company name. Ideally, you need 12 accounts to be a really established business. When you go for business funding, they want to see 3 to 4 months of bank statements. So I know some of y'all thinking, oh, I'm going to get all this money for my business. Well, if your business ain't up and running properly, you're not getting it. I mean, I have another way I can do it, but the way he doing it, you ain't gonna get it. So right now, if you know you don't have your business set up right, go to SOS Direct, set it up online. Set it up online, you get it done in 2 days. Go to irs.gov, get your EIN, 5 minutes. Take those 2 forms to the bank on Monday or Tuesday, because you probably won't get it till Tuesday. Open up your business bank account. Hold on.
Well, this is pertaining to the late payments. So I recently started back working, and I know I do have some late payments for my credit card and my car note. So I would need to fix that before I can do the credit sweep, right?
No, that's part of the credit sweep.
That's part of the credit? Okay. All right. So you're saying as far as the current late payments that you were speaking of, that would need to be fixed first? Mm-hmm. Okay.
And those of you who want to try to get this funding, you can't have no bad credit. American Express don't want to see you. Bank of America sure don't want to talk to you. Your credit has to be cleaned. No inquiries. They say 1 or 2. No. I tried it with 2 and they like denied. So now, 0 inquiries.
So
I'm telling you, if you want to get this money, you got to be ready. Yeah.
to piggyback off of the late payments, like I paid for the past 4 months, the first 3 or 4 months of the year with late payments doing with medical issues. Do I need to worry about those or?
You said the beginning of the year.
Yes.
That's fine. I'm talking about within the last 4 months.
No.
I need to know that you're current now. Yes.
Oh, so my question is, a couple years ago, I had bought an LLC. Didn't do anything with it. So do you suggest that I just revamp that one or just get a whole new one?
Is it active?
No, I don't think so.
You can reactivate it.
But I want to change the name and do all of that.
Well, you got to start over then.
Just start over? Okay.
Any other questions? Hold on.
I'm also piggybacking on the late payment situation. How long, like if you know you have late payments that are recent, how long do you have to get that together so you can't come back and be
Within
a
the
part?
last 4 months.
So for 4 months you have to.
So what is this? August?
Uh-huh.
August, July, June, so May. So May to now should be current.
Right, but if you know it's not.
I need 4 months.
So you have to start from now and do 4 consecutive months. Okay, that's what I need to know.
Right here, Tanya.
If you already have the business bank account and the business EIN number, just did not set it up under the LLC, and we have questions, do you have someone that can help with the LLC questions, or is just the SOS is the only place?
You need to go to SOS, but you're going to have to shut all that down because you can't use a current EIN under a new company. Because right now, whatever the name is, and you put LLC to it, that's a new company.
Okay,
Because the EIN you have is linked to the current name.
Yes.
When you put LLC or corporation to a name, that's a whole new name.
Okay.
So you got to get a new EIN.
Okay, do you work with anyone who can look into that? Because if you start a LLC but don't know if they finished it, like someone didn't finish everything?
I can show you how to look it up.
Okay.
Just shoot me an email.
Okay.
Just Google SOS Direct. And you can also do entity search for Texas, and you can type in the name and see if the name is active or not. Entity, ENTITY, search in Google, and it should come up for controllers. And you can search the name. So those of you who need to set up a business, you can search and see if your name is available. Go ahead, because she's going to need the mic.
Okay. My statement was, I know with SOS Direct, we did our articles of organization and everything before we did the LLC, and then got the articles of formation from the SOS Direct. But there's a website called legaldocs.com. If you post general information about your business, it'll help you generate the legal document. So you don't have to start from scratch and get a lawyer and do all that stuff. So I just wanted to share that helpful
Called Legal who?
Legaldocs.com, and you can sign up for a free trial. Now you have to do it all in a week, or you got to start paying. But they'll do it's your business plan, your articles of organization, and everything. But just do it in a week.
Y'all got it? Legal Docs.
Legaldocs.com.
Now, as far as student loans being a deferment, they need to be out of deferment before. Hi, Ms. Marsha. The student loans need to be out of deferment before the sweep, correct? Okay, so if they're in deferment.
You're fine.
Okay.
I just want to know, I'm currently in credit repair, but I want to do the credit sweep. How do I?
You have to make sure they're stopped.
Okay.
And they have stopped your disputes.
Okay.
They have to make sure that's all been closed first before you start with somebody else.
Okay.
My other question was, do you suggest to do legal Zoom to set up your LLC or corporation? No? Okay.
Why are you spending that extra money? when you can
That's
do it
what I had
yourself?
done it before. When I did my first LLC, I did legal Zoom.
You need to learn how to do this stuff yourself.
Okay.
Because remember, you're going to end up setting up multiple businesses at some point.
Right.
So you need to at least learn how to do it.
Okay.
Hey, Marsha.
Raise
Right.
your hand. Y'all gotta raise your hand. Y'all sound
How
way
are
up here.
you?
Go ahead.
I have a question. Do you, if, I think I only need my inquiries removed. My credit scores went down because of my credit utilization. My daughter got married, used credit cards. But I do have 16 inquiries on my report. So do I still need the credit sweep? Or?
You need something? That's a lot. I promise you, you can't apply for nothing with all that.
So yes, ma'am. I just got approved for $400,000 for a multifamily. I didn't get to close on the house. I work for DOD, so I had to travel for business. So I lost that investment, but I'm still approved for $400,000, conventional FHA, all that. I still have some inquiries on there that I need to clean up. Where do I start? I have enough money to start, just like I said, to receive the 4 single-family duplex. But this investment that you're talking about is so interesting to me. I don't know, since I have this money, I've done my credit building, I've done everything that you tell everybody to do, I've done that on my own. I don't know where to start with you.
If you think what I'm doing is interesting, I would say you need to get in my coaching program so that we can kind of go through step by step of how to get to that point.
Right.
So what I would recommend you do when you register, because we have a list back there, just get on the list and just say you need the coaching part of it and your number, and then I'll contact you next week.
Okay, thank you.
So for those of you, because I get it. The majority of the people that I work with have less than perfect credit, okay? So I apologize if I put everybody in that same category. If you know you have pretty decent credit and however you have some inquiries, you may have some high utilization, then we need to address those, okay? Even if you have 700 credit scores, we need to address that. So if you know you have that situation, but you don't need as much work, then again, get on the list and put the little note next to it and we'll have a conversation. Remember I said, I'm gonna give you a 10-minute call and we're gonna kind of strategize some things on how you need to move forward. Now, for everybody else that says, well, shoot, Marsha, I don't have no $1,000. This is my recommendation. You need to pick 3 other people and y'all pool y'all resources. Make sure it's somebody you trust and one of you get the sweep done, and you come back and be a lender for the other 3 people. But you got to trust these other 3 people that you're doing business with. And I know y'all ain't happy about that because y'all act like I don't know about that, Marsha. Some of y'all came with some friends, okay? If you got 2 friends, okay, go find 2 more. But that's how you're going to get it done, because everybody needs to have skin in the game.
Pay your rent, lady. It ain't going on your credit. Pay your rent, lady.
That is not Marsha endorsed. Because then y'all come back looking at me. She told us to pay our rent late. No, ma'am, I'm not telling you that. You do what you need to do for you. All I'm saying is how bad do you want it? Okay? So, any questions? So, those of you who want to move forward, I will need your credit report. They will pass you the form that you need to fill out, and you're going to attach the 2 together and let me know, or let them know, what is a good day and time to talk next week.
I'm sorry, if you could ask first who didn't need the lender. So
Who needs a lender? So whoever needs a lender, he's going to pass you the form out.
She has the form for who needs the lender. I have the ones that do not need the lender.
Well, who does not need a lender? How about that? That's probably be a smaller number. Raise your hand high so he can see. If you don't need a lender, you can just do it on your own. I mean, you can pay it on your own. Yeah. Somebody give her a mic. Where's my child at? Why is it so hard to understand how this process works? Yeah. Hold on. What? Why we went from no mics? Where the mics at? Right here. In the back.
Okay, Marsha, would you mind just clarifying with a lender and without a lender, total fees, when would the funding need to be paid?
Okay, so if you need a lender, you have to put in your 1,000 and the lender will give you 2,200. If you are moving forward now, great, but you have 60 days from today. If you feel you can do it on your own, you pay the full 1,800. And if you need trade lines, we'll discuss that at that time. Any questions? If you need a lender, you only have to do a down payment of 1,000. The lender will cover the other 2,200. That covers your full sweep and 2 trade lines. If you feel you can do it on your own, you only pay 1,800, and 9 times out of 10, you must already have some credit, so you may not need trade lines. But we'll talk, and if you do, we'll discuss it at that time.
Okay, I have a question. Right here, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I have a question. You were saying that if you were working with someone that was doing your credit, you have to stop them, and how long do you have to wait from that point?
Just until you can call the bureau and find out that your disputes are, you don't have any disputes open.
Okay.
Who needs a lender? Can you raise your hand, please? If you need a lender, fill that form out, take your credit report to the back of the room, and you need to put your name on the list so that I can schedule a call with you next week. Yeah.
Yeah, because
If you need a lender for trade lines only, I still need your credit report.
Marsha?
Yeah.
So these ladies would like to know exactly when the $1,000 is due.
When we have our call.
And that's in 10 days?
Next week or the week after. So you have a 2-week schedule. You tell me when you want to talk. Excuse me. Hold on, where's the other mic at? Boy, I show good help, it's so hard to find. I had 2, where's the other mic?
That's if you need credit repair. That's if you need it. Like, you need them. She had a question for you. You need one?
Marsha, you say that if we don't have the $1,000 right now, that we have 60 days to get it done. Do we have to, if we don't have it today, do we have to wait 60 days, or can we do it today in 30 days?
Yeah, just up to 60 days.
Do we contact you through email?
Okay, so we have a waiting list for September. So if you feel you'll be ready next month, you need to sign up on the waiting list and put your email. And we'll send you an email in 30 days to confirm that you are ready to move forward.
Okay. Was she talking? You have a question? Oh. He needs a form.
Hold on, give it a mic.
But we come back to the event, right?
If
you're
you
on
do
the
it
wait
before
list?
60 days, you don't have to come back.
Okay. Because I don't have my credit report today.
Okay.
To give to you. So that's my only way, or I can email it. I don't know.
Well, if you can, again, put your name on the list. When we have a call, our call is scheduled, because we'll email you the day before, you can just send it then. Because I want to already have it and have reviewed it. That's what makes the call go faster.
Oh.
This lady has a.
If you have a late payment, like on like recently 4 months,
That's okay. You want me
It has to be 4 months from your last late payment.
So she have to wait 4 months.
All right, here we go.
You gotta put your hand up.
Miss Marsha, this lovely lady, she already has ooh-wee credit.
Oh, I already talked to her.
Okay, she want to know what she need to do.
She need to get on the list and get into my coaching.
Okay.
Oh, you got the mic.
Miss Marsha,
Hello?
I'm over here.
Is this open?
It's Ryan. Hey.
Hey.
What's happening? No. Really quick, I think some of the people are getting confused. So, if you have late payments and whatnot, as far as the credit sweep is concerned,
That ain't a problem.
that's great. However, she's talking about if you have late payments for the loan process, it's going to take those 4 good months to get corrected so that you can get approved for a loan if you need a loan in order to jump into the service. So if you have late payments currently and you want to start and you're ready to start the sweep process, that's fine. However, if you need to go through the loan process in order to get that, your money's situated, then yes, you need to get that part corrected. So I just wanted to make sure we got that part in.
Can I? Okay, Miss Marcy. If our credit is good and our, if I'm just looking at more of a high usage credit card issue, am I still following in line with all of needing the trade lines and all of that?
What are your scores?
7s.
All of them?
One of them not.
One of them up?
One of them is not.
Well, we need to get them all there. So what do we got to do to get them there?
Is that still through the sweep thing? Okay, so everything starts at the sweep thing.
Mhm.
Okay.
But you may not be the full 1,800 though, maybe less.
Yeah, because I had like one, I don't even know if I had one negative. Mine is all high credit card usage.
Okay, some of you may not have a lot of bad items on your credit report. If you only have 1 or 2 items, maybe 3 or 4 inquiries, then again, submit your credit report. You don't have to pay $1,800. It's way less. Maybe a fraction of that. But again, fill out the form. If you don't need assistance or no assistance, just put on there you don't need assistance. You just need to get your report reviewed. I think the mic. Well, you don't pay anything right now. I mean, they can. Yeah, but I need you to. Hey, Afra. Where's the sign-in sheet? Okay, let's do this. Those of you that want to go and schedule your call between next week and the next 2 weeks, can you go to the back with your credit report if you have it, preferably I hope you do, with your form, and put your name and email on the list. And I'm only taking the first 50. After that, you got to go on the waiting list for September.
If they already have that passcode, do they need to change this?
Just change it.
I think
it's. Yeah.
What did you just say? Because it's everybody in my ear, I can't hear you.
Okay. No, not that sign. This one here.
That's why I'm here.
Yes. One for September, one for October. So September would be for now. And October.
Marsha.
Yeah.
She has a question over here. Over here, Yvonne.
So I just want to make sure I'm on. I just did I started the credit suite with you.
Yeah.
So all I need is the trade lines.
Right.
Do I need to fill out some paper? Or
If you need a lender.
For the trade lines, I will.
Okay. So you need to fill out that paper. You need to put. You just need a lender on there.
Okay. Which paper do they?
The one that needs assistance. Uh-huh.
So it's the same paper. She has
I'm Miss Marsha.
Huh?
This is my first time coming here, and thank you so much for inviting me.
Oh, you're welcome.
I just want to start out with the credit suite first. So where do I get in line here, or do I just go to see Ron? How does that process start?
Get in line.
Get in this line? Okay.
Okay, on that form, just put that you're going to email me, but when you put your name on the list, just put that you're going to be sending me your credit report, because when I look at your name on the list, I'm going to be looking for your report. And if I don't have it, then I know it's coming. And I'll send you the email the day before so that you can send it to me so I can have already reviewed it. Yeah, either one. They don't have to do the full sweep. They can do partial. Yes. Yes, and sign up on the list. I just need you to get on the list and just put you need coaching, because you don't need to sweep because you're already ready. Those are the times that I have available. Exactly. That's why I want to get it before I talk to you, so I can already tell you what you need. Yeah. Yeah, because can you go get the October list? Okay. We need to make it September. I should have been August and September. I made it September, October.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
You got to do the.
Yeah, she gonna. We're not jumping line. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was like, well, yeah. Yes, ma'am. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. That's after we reach our 50 threshold. That's what that's for. Okay. Yeah. Hello. Okay, what day? And starting on the 19th, only Monday through Thursday, and from 10 to basically. You have a 1 o'clock available? 1, no. I have 1:30. That's fine. I go to lunch from 1 to 2. So, tell me what day. Any day. Any day? You want to do Monday? That's fine. Okay, and it's Valerie, right? Mm-hmm. I'm just like, I'm working with some tight parameters, but I'll make it work. So Monday at 1:30? Yes. All right. Got you down. Thank you. Is you cutting? You better not be, because let me find out.
No, ma'am. But I wish you would have seen my facial expression.
Oh my gosh, ma'am. Name and what day are you available?
I'm available every day.
What? Well, she's not. So I have a 10:30 on Monday the 19th. Ma'am, how many did you get up?
Let's do 11.
11 o'clock on Monday? Come on, spell your name, child.
Memeshia. REECE.
Oh God, that Tramisha Reese. Have mercy.
Yes.
No,
not really.
Just remember your appointment.
They just want to all know about the list.
Monday at 1:30.
Give me their information now.
Hi, Winky.
11. Yeah.
Oh, 11. Huh? Is y'all cutting?
She was already.
Girl, that's the line right there.
Yeah, that list right there, what she has.
Okay. Miss Lakeisha. I'm like, now let's not have a ride.
Yes, if you guys are done and you've gotten on the list, then you can leave. We're done.
Oh, did she now? Okay. All right. I got you down. Yes, ma'am. What time are you available?